Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for WWE Raw. I've got no idea if this is going to work. It says that it's got a good connection on YouTube, but honestly, it says that it's not brilliant on OBS. So this might not work. We might get hit with a lot of lag. I'm kind of hoping that once we're up and running, this is going to work itself out. So I am trying here. If nothing else, I'm definitely trying. Yeah, I can see that it's red. People saying that it is live. Just be warned, down in the corner on OBS, I have got a red light. I have got a constant red light. It's there might be an alternative way that I can do this. Okay. RKO your Wi-Fi, says Creed. Yeah, well, I've done it. I've tried it. Don't you worry about that. I have RKO'd my Wi-Fi. Just having a look to see if this is any better. I can tell you that it has gone green, and I'm quite hopeful. No, it's gone red again. It's gone red again. I was hopeful. That hope has now gone. I'm not hopeful anymore, unfortunately. Super frustrating. I honestly don't know if this is even a fixable problem at this stage. We are getting about 1 meg of data coming through. Yeah, at the moment it's just absolutely not streamable. Okay. Let's turn this off. It's back at the moment. I'll tell you this, non-stop. I never give up. Never give up, guys. Just like my hero, John Cena, said. He said never give up, and I'm a big fan of him and the words that he speaks. Google. Let's have a look. Google timer. As I said, I've got no idea if this is coming across. I do apologize for all of this, but it was out of our control. Hold up. Thanks for trying. Okay, people are saying thanks for trying. He's alive! Hang on. Are we back? Are we up? Are we running? Because trying is my middle name, and that is all I've done is try. I have reset every single electrical device in this flipping house. I've reset everything. I've took power off. I've checked internet speeds on everything. I've connected to 3 different routers. I mean, who has got 3 different routers? This guy right here has got 3 different routers. I've tried 3 different routers. I've reconnected everything. The problem is that internet speed coming into my house is so low. You just cannot stream on it. You cannot stream on that kind of an internet speed. So, yeah, I do apologize. There's nothing we could have done about it. All that's happened is that for some reason, that internet speed has just slowly started to rise back up again. So something has happened whereby it completely crashed and then it just slowly started to rise. And I've been sitting here like there is nothing I can do but really hope that this gets to a point that we can stream on. I am going to warn you, there is every chance that this crashes again. What is happening right now is completely out of my control. I would love to make out like I have fixed this. I would love to make out like this is something that I've done. This is not anything that I have done. So, yeah, fingers crossed, man. F the Wi-Fi, says Joaquin. I completely agree. Gorilla Press. Shout out to you, my friend. Gorilla Press says, oh, thank you for the kind donation, sir. Gorilla Press says, Gorilla Press has arrived fresh off the heels of a Thunder Rosa Mission Pro Wrestling. Wishes granted.
Wacky is a legend.
Oh, look, she's going to read it. Oh, my God, everything's back. Everything's back.
Cents via a super chat. F the Wi-Fi.
F the Wi-Fi. But things are looking pretty good with 10 minutes to go. So we're on our way towards Raw. Things appear to be working. There's no reason to think that this is going to crash again. But we'll have to wait and see. Shout out to everyone that stuck with this. massive, massive shout out to you, because I think the community members would know that I will have been trying. Community members will have known that I would not have
Gorilla
been just
Press
sitting
is
here.
a legend. They donated $20
But yeah, shout out to
via
everyone
a super
that
chat.
stuck with it.
Gorilla Press has arrived
Gorilla Press.
fresh off the heels of Thunder Rosa's Mission Pro
Right.
Wrestling's wishes granted, where Thunder Rosa faced Allysin Kay for a third time inside a steel cage, and Gorilla Press debuted Masha Slam.
Okay, hang on. Thunder Rosa faced Allysin Kay for a third time inside a steel cage. Gorilla Press debuted Masha Slamovich from Tokyo. Shout out to you, Gorilla Press. I did see a picture of Thunder Rosa inside that steel cage.
They donated
Looked really good.
£2.99 via a super chat. Legend.
Shout out to you, bud. Yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, Gorilla Press, if you've got videos up and everything, then obviously, we'll let people know about that. So if you want to find out a bit more about Thunder Rosa and Mission Pro Wrestling, then Gorilla Press seem to have a lot of stuff up and seem to have been there. And yeah, check them out. I'm sure their Twitter, social media is full of all the info. Alfie Burns, shout out to you as well, my friend. I'm just trying to get the chat on screen. Is there anything this guy can't do? Oh, well, I mean, apart from, start streaming on time. Other than that little fact, this guy's rocking and rolling right now. Okay, let me
Wayne
try
Garland is a legend.
Wayne.
They donated £1.99 via a super chat. Do you think Fiend will be back tonight, Days?
I don't know, but I mean, look, we say it every single week, and it would be a bit silly of me to sit here and go, yeah, it's going to happen. 100% he's back. I really thought he was going to be at the Rumble, and he wasn't. So, yeah, it shows what I know. So, yeah, I honestly, I can't say. I think there's a good chance I have actually put it on the tweet that goes out to let people know we're live, which thankfully I never sent. But I have just sent because I'm feeling quietly confident. It's been about, 5 minutes or so we've been up and running. So, yeah, I kind of feel that there's a good chance that we will get Edge.
WWE Clay Sculptures is a legend.
WWE Clay Sculptures.
$1 via a super chat.
Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for the support. Shout out to WWE Clay Sculptures. Shout out to Gorilla Press. Again, if you want to find out a bit more about what happened at Mission Pro, seems like they're in the know. I like that. You can have that for free. Wayne Garland, shout out to you as well, buddy. Shout out to everyone that stuck with us, as we said. Alfie Burns as well. Joaquin, hope you are well, buddy. Right, Days is back. Raw is now legendary, and it hasn't even started yet. Sandman882, Austin316, William Hensey, Little T, Birak, Anthony, Lewis, Tom. Shout out to all of you. Right, we're going to have to blast through this because I had notes. I got to tell you, I was sat here. The problem with the internet was that I was getting a low signal, but not a good enough signal to stream on. So I was sat here, setting up the stream. Everything was looking great. There was no concerns, no problems. Everything was fine. And I was on the internet. Everything was good. The thing was, going on the internet doesn't actually use that much Wi-Fi. You don't need a great signal to get onto the internet. You do if you want to stream. So I didn't know there was a problem. I was on the internet. I set up the stream. Everything was fine. Started to stream. Crashed. I was like, what? So then, this is where the drama started.
They donated £2.99 via a super chat. Is Edge and Christian going for tag titles tonight?
I've not heard that, bud. No, I've not heard that. Let me tell... Well, look, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, Edge is... Is that something that's been announced? Where have you got that from? Because in all fairness, I'm sure you lot understand, if anything has happened in the past 40 minutes, 50 minutes, I have no idea about it. Just having a look at WWE. No, there's nothing on there. No, I'm not expecting them to go for tag titles. Right, what I've got down. Edge has said that Christian was actually cleared for months. He's been ready for months. So it seems like they have, been saving him for the Rumble. It is expected that he is going to work some matches. I don't expect them to be going for tag titles. Not with Edge building towards a massive match at WrestleMania. I think a tag title run would kind of get in the way a little bit. But honestly, who knows? They could do it because obviously Edge is guaranteed that title match. So maybe they'll give him something before WrestleMania, but I'm not expecting it. WrestleVotes is saying that WWE was really impressed with the Super Bowl last night and the cardboard cutouts. Apparently, they weren't interested in cardboard cutouts, but seeing how effective they were last night, there is now a discussion going on about cardboard cutouts, right? That's how exciting WWE is right now. They're having conversations about cardboard. So, yeah, they really did like the look of that. Wrestling Observer has said that Shinsuke has been told that he's got to build stars now, rather than, focus on him being the guy or, loads of title reigns or even any kind of WWE championship reign. He might have a mid-card title reign or something, but I don't think they're looking at Shinsuke for main event. This has come from The Observer. So Dave saying that Nakamura has been told his job now is going to be to build stars, future stars. Retribution and Nexus, a lot of buzz around this today because Darren Young
is a legend.
Has come out and commented on it
via a super chat. Okay.
I'm fine. Thank you, Brian. Okay. Yeah, Brian, shout out to you, my friend. So, Retribution and Nexus. We've heard from Darren Young. Darren Young has said that they're going to come back, the Nexus. I never thought about this, right? This is something that kind of blew my mind. Nexus were meant to be at WrestleMania Access last year, but apparently they turned it down. They didn't like the plans for
Wayne
them.
Garland is a legend. They donated £1.99 via a super chat. Heard Asuka turn on Charlotte tonight days.
Okay. I'm not expecting... Well, I suppose she could. I mean, it's Charlotte versus Lacey tonight. So I suppose Asuka could come down and turn on Charlotte. But I don't know. I kind of feel like we're just building towards Lacey and Charlotte. I don't know why Asuka would get involved right now. So I can't say I've seen those rumors. But anything can happen. So, yeah, Retribution versus Nexus. Not expecting it. I think it's just Darren Young saying something, right? He says that they'll be at Tampa. Again, I think if they were going to be at Tampa, I don't think he'd be saying it. He even said, oops, I wasn't meant to say that. And honestly, I just think it's just him creating a bit of a buzz. He just wants people talking about him like I'm doing right now. So, I don't buy it. I don't think there's any truth in it. Retribution versus Nexus. It's not even a match I want. I think Nexus are fine, cool. I'd be happy to see them come back. I think there'd be a great story there, but not against Retribution. Retribution are dead in the water, man. Retribution are more dead than my Wi-Fi. So I really do think that that is just a lot of, buzz around nothing. And that came from Darren Young, basically. That's where it's come from. So I wouldn't read too much into that. But what did interest me was I don't know if I had never really thought about it or what it was, but Nexus were meant to be at WrestleMania Access last year. They were going to be doing a signing thing, and that's all I thought they were going to do. But they ended up not doing it because they weren't happy with what WWE had planned for them, okay? Now, I thought that was they weren't happy at only doing Access. But it turns out there was something else planned for them, but they weren't into it. They were apparently going to be a part of the Firefly Funhouse match, and that would make sense. If you think that Firefly Funhouse match was kind of Cena's journey through WWE when he was the prototype and everything,
they donated
him going up against Nexus was a big moment.
Super chat. Is Drew fighting Orton days tonight?
Drew is fighting Orton tonight, yes. Wayne, he is fighting Orton tonight, bud. He's going to be having a face-to-face with Sheamus, and he is going to be facing Orton in a match tonight. I think that's why so many people think the Fiend is going to come back. So, yeah, I am expecting both of those. Ryan, shout out to you. I hope you are well. I got to say, man, I love that Super Bowl. I was really into it. I had so much fun. It wasn't something I was going to watch. It was only because the community voted for it. But it was really, really
Ryan
good.
Reeves is a legend.
But I never saw it.
They donated $1.99 via a super chat. Did you see the cutout that ran across the field?
I didn't, unfortunately. I didn't see the cutout do it. I didn't see the streaker do it either. I think he wasn't naked, was he, the streaker? I don't think he can be a streaker. I think he's just an invader or something. I think he had... He was like one of those clothed streakers. So, but I didn't see him either, no, unfortunately. BT didn't show us that. But I did see it after. I saw the footage after. And I saw that the Gatorade was blue. Blue Gatorade was dumped on the Arians, I think his name was, or something. The winning manager. So, yeah, for all you Gatorade fans out there, people that might have had a little bet on the colour of the Gatorade, it was blue. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Daisy's clock has frozen. Okay. Do you know why, actually? That's interesting. It's frozen because I've set it up on Chrome. And Chrome, for whatever reason, has got something built in whereby it will freeze if you don't have the window open. So if I do it on Firefox, it works. That's something else that I had to work out a while ago. So, yeah, that's actually not an issue with the Wi-Fi. That's just something to do with Chrome. So it should work now. I've changed it. There we go. Good way for Drew to turn heel for Edge, says Austin316. Shout out to you. Raw has started. It has begun. We're just looking at a little video package. I can't believe I've had no time to talk to you guys. I've been robbed of my talking to you guys time. So, yeah, Nexus were meant to be in the Firefly Funhouse match. They didn't like that idea, and so they weren't part of it. WWE want Cardi B. Bow Wow wants to wrestle now. Brilliant. Edge says he wants a match with Daniel Bryan. And we did kind of touch on what matches we're seeing tonight. There hasn't been loads announced.
Is a legend. They donated £1.99 via a super chat. Do you think Undertaker be Hall of Fame this year?
No. Hall of Fame this year is the same as last year. They're not adding anyone extra, apparently. We're starting with Adam Pearce. Shane McMahon's coming out, guys. Shane McMahon's coming out. What's this? Could you imagine if I wasn't streaming and Shane McMahon came out? I'd be like, oh my God! Why are we not streaming so we can talk about this? Shane McMahon. We've started with Adam Pearce. Shane McMahon has made his way down. Here comes the Shaney. What is this? What is this? What is going on? No one told me that Shane McMahon was on the show tonight. Perhaps my Wi-Fi is not a Shane McMahon fan, and my Wi-Fi found out that Shane McMahon was on the show. What is Shane doing here? I can only imagine he's about to win a Best in the World tournament. He's about to become the best in the world, guys. Perhaps he's about to tell us that Raw Underground was a massive success. Right, here we go. Okay, so we've got Shane in the ring. An announcement about the main event. Drew is defending in Elimination Chamber. Drew has got to defend in the Elimination Chamber. Why have they done that? Because now surely Edge can't challenge him. Edge has got a decision to make. Well, I suppose he could still challenge whoever is the WWE champion, but without knowing who that is. Right, who else is in this? Drew. All of his opponents are former champions. So, Orton is going to be inside the Elimination Chamber. Lots of boos for Orton. Lady with the Shotzi Blackheart helmet on. Jeff Hardy is going to be inside Elimination Chamber. So big news. We're finding out about the Elimination Chamber. AJ Styles is in Elimination Chamber. The Miz. The Miz inside Elimination Chamber. How have these people qualified? And Sheamus? I don't know about you, but that is not a very exciting Elimination Chamber. Miz, Sheamus, inside Elimination Chamber in 2021. This is really the best we can do. No Keith Lee. No Damian Priest. No Aleister Black or Ricochet. Miz and Sheamus. AJ's fine. I'm not a big Jeff Hardy fan at the moment. Orton has been all over the main event. Drew is obviously the champion. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a big announcement.
A very Irish potato is a
big
legend.
announcement. How do
They
you feel?
donated $2 Australian via a super chat. What happened to Raw Underground?
It went even further underground to the point where it's not even happening now, I don't think. Or if it is, we're certainly not seeing it. Perhaps it's still going, but it's like Raw extremely underground. Very Irish potato, shout out to you. Omos making his way down. Omos and AJ Styles come down as So Shane just came down to announce Elimination Chamber. Oh, I thought it was going to be bigger than that. I mean, it's a decent announcement. It's a big announcement. That Elimination Chamber match doesn't look too good, says the Cross. Sheamus is good. I agree it sucks. I mean, I don't want to be too down on it because, I mean, you know, Drew, Orton, AJ, inside Elimination Chamber, that's cool. There's a lot of fans of Jeff Hardy. And I think it's just like Miz and Sheamus just doesn't... I'd rather Drew just face Sheamus one-on-one. And then we get an Elimination Chamber for like the #1 contender. Frees up a few more spots. That would free up Sheamus, Drew. Miz doesn't need it because he's got money in the bank. Why is Miz in there? Miz doesn't need to be in there. I would change Drew, Miz, and Sheamus.
William Hensey is a legend.
Keith Lee should be.
They donated $2 via a super chat. What do we think about Roman versus Balor?
Yeah, I'd love it, dude. I'd love Roman versus Balor. I don't know how we get there, but I'd be down for that. Suppose you could do it at any time, couldn't you? After Mania. Wayne, shout out to you. So AJ's asking Adam to leave. He says that he's going to give Adam a snippet of what will happen at Elimination Chamber, and Jeff Hardy has come out. So looks like we're going to get AJ
Wayne
versus
Garland is
Jeff.
a legend. They donated £1.99 via a super chat. Think the Fiend will cost Orton title at Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, every single week we're like, is it going to be the Fiend? Is it going to be the Fiend? They are. I mean, what I would say is him being away for so long is definitely building interest. Every single week, more and more people are like, is this the week? Is this the week? So when he does come back, it's going to feel like an even bigger deal because they're making you wait on it. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, he could come back tonight and cost like Orton tonight. Just because Orton's in that match doesn't necessarily mean we don't get the Fiend
A very
tonight,
Irish potato is a legend. They
Oh, yeah,
donated
it's
$2
hard, isn't it?
Australian via a super chat. What happened to Drew versus Sheamus? I'm going mad.
I'm guessing we're still going to get it. I mean, I'm guessing we're still going to get it. Unless... Has that changed? Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Has that changed? I mean, I feel like Edge Roman is probably going to happen now because why would Edge... Edge can't choose Drew. He can't choose Drew because he won't know if it is Drew because Drew is now in Elimination Chamber. I suppose he could choose, I'll go for the WWE Championship and whoever that is, I will face them. So I suppose he could do that. And actually, you know, if AJ becomes the champ, if AJ wins Elimination Chamber, Then Edge versus AJ for the WWE Championship. That would be cool. I'd be down for that. I would be very down for that. Or you could still do Edge Orton. Don't forget, the plan all along was... Actually, is Orton winning Elimination Chamber? All along, they've said WrestleMania is Edge Orton. We heard this last year. And we've said stream after stream after stream. I went for Edge at the Royal Rumble because of the fact that I was like, I've told it's Edge Orton. I've been told it's Edge Orton. And now here we are with Drew going into an Elimination Chamber, and Orton is in the Elimination Chamber. Edge has won the Rumble. So maybe it is going to be Edge Orton, which is what the plan was. The only thing that changed was we found out a few weeks back that apparently that all of a sudden now there's no matches made for WrestleMania. They don't know what they're doing anymore. So I cannot sit here and tell you absolutely what they've got planned because genuinely I don't know. I think the plan was Edge Orton. I think there was then doubts about that. I think Edge has won Rumble because I think they know that they want Edge to be in a main event match. So might as well do that. But I don't know what this latest development is. Is it a case that we are still going with Edge Orton, which was the 100% that was discussed, and it was the plan around November last year that WrestleMania would be Edge versus Orton for the title. A lot of people started to doubt that. I started to doubt that. And then the reports came out that there was no concrete matches for WrestleMania. And now here we are. With Edge as the winner, Orton being in Elimination Chamber. Are we going towards that? Or is it going to be a case that Edge, they've changed plans, Edge is going to take on Roman, which seems more likely. And there have been reports of Edge Roman as well that have emerged in recent weeks. So maybe they're going to go in that direction. It's good, though. I like the fact I don't know. I mean, like, how boring if we were sitting here and we knew how this was going to play out. How boring if we were sitting here and it was like, right, that's going to happen. There we go. That's WrestleMania. And it was all predictable. Right now, I don't know. I mean, you're right. As of last week, it was Drew against Sheamus, and I don't even know what's happening with that match now. It's carnage. It's absolute carnage. Oh, man, I tell you what, I'm so pleased that we've managed to get the stream up and running for this. Woo! Imagine if we was missing out on all of this. Anthony says, AJ in the Elimination Chamber. Yes. Brock Lesnar impressed by Young, says Brandon. Sapphire, shout out to you. Spear versus Spear, says Christy. So Christy saying that is going to go AJ versus AJ. It is going to be Edge versus Roman. They're just showing us the graphic. I'm getting a bit distracted by the graphic here. So it is all official. WWE Championship on the line in Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, AJ, and The Miz. Elimination Chamber graphic looks slightly updated. It's still a white box. It's still red letters that say Elimination Chamber. But I don't know if I've seen that version of the logo before. Maybe just slight difference. Shane about to get in a car and go away. Here's Drew. Here we go. Drew was like, I would have appreciated a heads up. Shane said they wanted something big.
Garland is a legend. They donated £1.99 via a super chat. They might do Chamber for Universal title.
They might do what? They might do Chamber for Universal. They could do. Okay, so Drew just went up to Shane and he was just like, I would have appreciated a heads up. Shane has just said, don't worry, we're still going to do you against Sheamus. But I think even you agree that Elimination Chamber deserves something big. And what's bigger than you right now being in the chamber? And Drew was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got a good point. I am a pretty big deal. So, there we go. There we go, my friends. Woo! 15 minutes, man. It's been absolutely non-stop, hasn't it? It's been absolutely non-stop. So, Shane McMahon came out, made a decent-sized announcement. We can debate as to whether these are the people that we would like to have in the Elimination Chamber. I don't think they're the ones that I would necessarily go with. As I said, not too bad. Probably about 50% okay. But, well, I suppose more than that. If it has to be for the championship, then you have to have Drew in there. I suppose it's Miz and Sheamus that kind of stick out to me. I'd much rather see, like, Keith Lee being in there. And maybe Damian Priest. I kind of feel like, I know it would be
Irish
early.
Potato is a legend. They donated
him a
$5
chance.
Australian via a super chat. Days versus me at Mania in match. Whoever wins has the YouTube channel.
Shout out to you, a very Irish potato. I can't compete, unfortunately, because I will be... I mean, this is a spoiler. I haven't revealed this yet, but I will be streaming WrestleMania. We will be doing a watch-along for WrestleMania. That is breaking news. You are the first to hear of this. So, yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to compete. Over in the corner goes AJ. Days, did you know at the end, Weeknd transitioned from his first song or a song from his first album to his biggest hit, which is Blinding Lights? He went from being homeless to the Super Bowl. Oh, that's very cool. There was a song in there that I didn't recognize. I think maybe even a couple. I said at the time, I'm not sure what this one is. So if you're telling me that was what the first song off his first album to his biggest hit at the Super Bowl, and that symbolized that, that's nice. That's nice. It was lost on me at the time. It would have been really cool if there was a way that visually they might have been able to have shown that. Because I kind of thought all the bandaged people marching around was a bit strange. I understand it's all part of his promotion and what's going on at the moment, and it connects to some of his videos. But I think unless you know that, I think it would have been lost on the majority of people. I think you could have done something more there and then. Something, especially like he wanted to bring us in. Do you know what I mean? He wanted us to feel a part of it. And I don't know that he achieved that, because I think there was a lot of inside stuff going on. There was a lot of like, if you're a Weeknd fan, then you'll know what this reference is. But I don't watch the videos. I listen to his songs, but I don't know about the bandages and all this kind of stuff. So I thought his performance was very good. I think that what they actually did probably could have been tweaked and changed and made better. I think I gave it like a 7.75, something like that. Yes, we did rate the halftime show. I think I gave it about a 7.75. I thought there was some excellent stuff. I love the bit where he went in the stands. The memes have been awesome, where he's in the gold corridors. He's like looking around. So I saw people like using it, going, me looking for the Fiend and stuff like this. Or me when I'm on me in Walmart when I'm looking for AEW figures. Things like that. They did make me laugh. So I've seen that meme all over the place. I thought that was a cool moment. And he's singing, he's awesome, and he's got great songs. So there was a lot I really enjoyed. That's good. I just wish they'd have maybe shown us that somehow. Right, Jeff has tweaked his knee. So Jeff has gone down outside the ring. Fiend is going to appear inside the chamber. You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. He'll be in the pod, won't he? Lights will go out for like a second. Like, bang, bang, come back on and he'll be in there. What if Miz cashes in after the chamber? I suppose he could. I remember one of the Weeknd's memes was when you're looking for your mom at Walmart. Wow. I often go looking for your mom at Walmart. Right, we've got Hardy getting driven into the steps. I don't mind bigger boobs. I'm an equal opportunity boob guy. Good to know, William. I'm so pleased that we got this stream up and running so that you could get that comment through. Days. So Raw Underground has turned into Raw Inner Core. Yes, it's gone so far underground it has reached the inner core. Days, did you see that Frankie Edgar get knocked out? I did. We did the watch along. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I can't remember how long it was. 28 seconds or something in that co-main event. That knockout is stunning. And then Overeem, man, just got battered in the main event. I was gutted about that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? It's kind of crazy what we've watched. SmackDown, UFC, Super Bowl, technical problems. Now we're here for Raw. And obviously this weekend we got UFC 258. So we cannot have Wi-Fi issues on Saturday. Days, the next halftime show will be Bad Bunny. FaZe Coasters says, Days, what if we get something like Undertaker in 2010 when he was about to win the chamber match, but then Michaels comes up from a panel and attacks him? Just switch them out with Randy and The Fiend. I think, though, if they're going to do The Fiend, they're not going to do it as a... I mean, look, they're not going to do it realistic. We all are aware now this is a supernatural character. And I think when they bring him back, if they're going to have the opportunity to do it in a supernatural way, I think they're going to do that. So I think with the Elimination Chamber and Orton being in a sealed pod, a locked pod, then again, you know, I think the opportunity is there for them to turn the lights off, turn them back on, and The Fiend be in there, and the lock still be on. You know, and then people could be like, how has he done that? And of course, it'll be like an editing thing. I can see that as an opportunity that they're going to want to try and take. So, yeah, I just agree. Yeah, I could see The Fiend getting involved. That doesn't mean that he doesn't come back before. That doesn't mean that we don't see him necessarily tonight. It just means that I think you're right. That opportunity is there, and I think they'll take it. AG Games says, my mom has been going to Walmart more often. Shout out to your mom. NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day is this Sunday. Oh my God, is it? I didn't know that. Is it really? Oh, flip. So we've got, hang on. So we've got we've got SmackDown. Oh no, we've got SmackDown on Friday. We've got UFC on Saturday. We've got NXT on Sunday. Whoo! Okay, and Raw on Monday. Days when fans come back, then The Fiend can't do that supernatural stuff. Well, I'm sure they're going to still try and find a way. My concern with The Fiend stuff is that, yes, you are right. You would think that it would settle down, kind of go back to being a little bit more grey area, you know, where if you want it to be supernatural, it can be. And if you don't want it to be supernatural, you can easily explain it and easily you can make it work for you. But my concern is that they're so into the supernatural now. They've gone that way. There's no denying it. And there's no denying that there's fans of it as well. My concern would be that they're just going to keep going. Even when the fans come back, they'll just still use pre-taped segments, and, you know, the Fiend segments will, I don't know, happen backstage, or, you know, there'll be those kind of things that are injected in the show, or I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Joaquin, shout out to you. Hang on, let me try and get into
Joaquin Iribe is a legend. They donated $1.99 via a super chat. Days, do you know what the next Icons documentary?
No, I don't. I don't know the next one, but I do know that they've obviously got British Bulldog. They've got Lex Luger. They've got a few that are coming. They've got, I think, is there a Beth Phoenix one? So I know there's like some that are recorded, ready to roll, but I don't know if they've even announced the next one, to be honest. I would imagine it'll be around Elimination Chamber time. So I think as we get closer to Elimination Chamber, they'll announce the next one.
Ellis Sharp is a legend.
Ellis
they
Sharp,
donated £2.99 via a super chat. Edge versus AJ would be phenomenal. Mania? Yes, please.
It would be good. I'd be definitely down for that. Calf Crusher, being applied here to Jeff. Kilo Milo 1, shout out to you. Calf crusher. Ooh. Twisting the ankle as well. Jeff Hardy in plenty of pain. Days, what did you think of the weekend? Yeah, I thought it was good. I gave it like a 7.75. I've got no problem with it. His singing is awesome. I think he had restrictions on him, so you've got to take that into account. Guys, Bad Bunny! Yeah! Do you know what? We might as well just get on the hype train. Do you know what I mean? We might as well just buy the flipping merch. It's the best-selling merch. Apparently, the world loves Bad Bunny. Apparently, we are the minority on this. Maybe we just have to hold our hands up and go, look, okay, the guy can't wrestle. Okay, the one song I heard was awful. But let's just become a Bad Bunny stan account. Why not? Why not? Do you know what? Let's go with it. There's so much excitement for Bad Bunny. I don't know if it's true excitement or if it's ironic excitement, but either way, the excitement is still real. So Bad Bunny is going to be on the show tonight with Damian Priest. Why is Bad Bunny still here? I don't really mind him, says Dom. Jay says, I honestly don't mind seeing Bad Bunny. Angel Garza is on Raw, says Dom15. Remember putting a wig on Goldberg his first night in years ago? What? They put a wig on Goldberg? I don't remember that. Daniel says, are you excited for AEW this week with Kenny and Kenta? Yes. I am excited about that. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania, says Gerard. Days, me and William are going to main event WrestleMania Night 1. Okay. And LSW versus Monica Night 2. This match that we've got right now, by the way, is fine. I'm not really giving it tons of attention, mainly because it doesn't matter. I mean, this is one of them matches whereby you can ask me who won at the end of Raw, and I'm not even sure I'll remember. So it's just wrestling for the sake of wrestling, really. Face first, AJ goes down, but it's a perfectly fine match. Kick out by AJ. Goldberg wore Goldust's wig. Right. I think I remember that. I thought you meant that WWE management had put a wig on him. Days, the WWE short videos that Bad Bunny has put on his Instagram have got 10 million views. Surely WWE would keep him as long as they can due to the mainstream attention. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Days, Miz was in the Rumble and will be in the Chamber. So what is the briefcase for? Twist of Fate. Well, it gives him an opportunity to cash in whenever he wants. Did you hear about the woman that put Gorilla Glue spray in her hair? I did. I've seen the tweets. Gorilla Glue woman. Or something like Gorilla Glue girl, I think it is, isn't it? Apparently she's seeking legal advice now. I think the thing is, she had a lot of sympathy. Oh, she had a lot of sympathy and she had like people with her. But now that she's suing them, I don't know, is she going to have as much sympathy? Because it's a stupid thing to do, isn't it? It is a stupid thing to do. It says, don't get in your eyes and all this. And the world seems to know that you don't put this in your hair apart from her. So now she's suing them because it doesn't say that don't put it in your hair. I mean, how much can they list on a bottle? AJ has won with a calf crusher. In fairness, it doesn't say don't put it in your hair. But it also says don't feed it to your children. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's not, they can't list everything on the side of it. The bottle would be like this big. Don't put it in your hair. Don't put it in your car instead of petrol. Don't put it on sandwiches for your children's lunch. Don't, I mean, like, this is ridiculous. So, yeah, she got this Gorilla Glue and she started putting it in her hair. And then I think it was like a month later, she's like, oh, My hair and my forehead haven't moved. I had sympathy for her, but if she's going to sue the company, then I'm starting to lean back towards she's an idiot. We've got Riddle versus Keith Lee tonight on the show as well. In a battle of two people that probably should have been in Elimination Chamber but aren't. The Miz sucks. How about a UCL stream? No, bud. There's others that do it better than what we will. Plus, I'm not looking to deviate from wrestling and MMA. I mean, we did it for Super Bowl, but that's only because people voted for it. And I kind of feel like the Super Bowl is just, do you know what I mean? Maybe we would do it for the World Cup final or something like that. Like, I could be convinced to do it for a World Cup final or maybe the Euro final or something like that. But no, we're not going to start doing football games and all this kind of stuff. Right, we're backstage with Keith Lee. Hey, bro. He's got a black eye. He said he went home and watched all of the Airbuds. Keith Lee asking Riddle, are you sure you want to keep pursuing the United States Championship? He's talking about Airbuds. Airbuds is like a kid's film, isn't it? About a dog. I mean, I've never seen it, so I don't know. Keith Lee says maybe it's time for someone new to make an attempt.
At 2 Yazoo is a legend. They donated $2 via a super chat. WL Clay Jr. Prem and semicolon synced. Watch along for life.
To Zeus. T2Zus. Shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate the support. New Day making their way down. That was a bit flat for me. I mean, I don't mind comedy and wrestling. But, I don't know, man. Talking about Airbud, you're going real young there. Isn't Airbud, like, really for 5 and 6 year olds? I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. I felt like that was one of the most PG things WWE have done in ever. Talking about Airbud? I don't understand. I think it doesn't help that I've never seen the films. So, I've only got a partial idea as to what they are. They might be great. They might be like Mrs. Doubtfire or Beethoven or something like this. I don't know. I want Keith Lee to join the Hurt Business, says Noah. April Loves Greg says, I loved Airbud. So does Matt Riddle, apparently. Riddle is a jobber, says David Connolly. Febin says, Days, don't you think SmackDown might have a booking problem if they put Rhea, Bayley, Sasha, and Bianca on the same brand? Also, Becky could be on SmackDown since Seth is there. Well, it's a nice problem to have, that's all I'll say. I don't think you can argue too much if you've got a stacked division, can you? I think it's a bigger problem if you've got next to no one in it. I mean, honestly, I don't know that that's a problem. I think you just need to tell some great stories. You're going to have people going for the title, and then you're just going to need some feuds. A bit like Charlotte and Lacey at the moment have got a bit of a feud. A bit like the Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville feud. That was good. That had its moments. So, I don't know. They're just going to have to get creative. They're certainly going to have the talent by the looks of it. But, yeah, I kind of felt that Rhea should have gone to Raw. But in all fairness, she wasn't on SmackDown, was she? I don't remember seeing her. So there's a chance that she appears tonight on Raw. So maybe she's not going to SmackDown. Drew versus Sheamus at Mania would be awesome, says Harley. AJ Styles won. He did. Maria said there's UFC Usman versus Burns. Amanda Nunes versus... oh, hang on. What? Usman versus Braun? Is that what you're saying? And Amanda Nunes versus Becky Lynch. Okay. Usman versus Braun would be quite interesting because Braun would have a significant size advantage and he is a legit strongman. So he's definitely going to have strength. So Usman, you would think, is not going to be able to easily bully Braun. So even though Usman is far and away the more skilled fighter, he's going to really struggle to get Braun down. I'd be interested in seeing that. I'd love to know what happens. I'd be interested in seeing that. Amanda Nunes versus Becky Lynch is ridiculous. Like, Amanda Nunes kills Becky Lynch before she's even stepped in the octagon. So, I wouldn't do that match. I wouldn't do that at all. Usman versus Braun, because of the size difference, could be... I'd watch that. I mean, in all fairness, I'd watch Amanda Nunes versus Becky Lynch. And I would attend the funeral afterwards as well. Jacko says, did you hear that Arn Anderson was saying that WWE were pitching for Bo Dallas to be the babyface of the Wyatt family? I did and I didn't, to be perfectly truthful, Jacko. I read one of the Ascension said that he was meant to be in the Wyatt family, and he also mentioned that Bo Dallas was meant to be in. I read that. I think it was earlier today, actually. But I never saw that Arn Anderson had mentioned Bo Dallas. So that's weird that they've both come out with statements about the same thing at the same time. So, yes, I had seen that Bo was meant to be in, but I hadn't seen that Arn Anderson had said it. So, very interesting. Rotem, shout out to you. When is Bray returning? Don't know, Sue. Don't know. Everyone's waiting for that answer. The Pretty Reckless are going to be the official theme of Elimination Chamber. Their track is called And So It Went. That is available this Friday. We're backstage with Adam Pearce. We're almost 40 minutes in. Yeah. WWE Championship match, 1-on-1. And now I'm in an Elimination Chamber.
Gaming in real
Sheamus
time is a legend. They donated $2 New Zealand via a super chat. What was the point in Shane at the start of Raw? Disappointed face.
Oh, hang on. Okay. You're all like Drew McIntyre. Empty promises. He says, I'm a 4-time world champion. Why aren't I getting the respect that I deserve? Drew McIntyre would be nothing without me. It's good from Sheamus. Sheamus says this is your responsibility. So Shane did say to Drew that they were still going to do the match, but that's not what Adam Pearce has said to Sheamus. So I don't even know if we're getting the match now or not. I don't know what's happening. What was the point in Shane at the start of Raw? I think it was just to make that announcement feel bigger. Rather than have Adam Pearce out there. I think when Shane came out, I think you saw the excitement in the chat. I was excited. Didn't know what was going to happen. And you've got to think that as Shane is making his way down, Twitter is blowing up. Social media is blowing up. Shane's here? What? Shane McMahon? He's on Raw. He's come back. Right, they might have just got a little boost in ratings, even if it's just a couple of thousand, just a little boost, so that when they make that announcement, you know, they've got the message out to as many people as possible. If Adam Pearce is in the ring, you don't get any of that boost. So I think Shane coming down was just to pop social media, just to get everyone like, whoa, what's this going to be? And then they drop that big announcement. I do like the fact that they haven't just ignored Sheamus and Drew. I really like the fact they are still going back to that, and that's becoming like a talking point on the show. I think that's good. I still don't know if we're getting the match, though. So, yeah, I don't know. Right. I can tell you what match we are getting. 40 minutes into Raw. And that is Slapjack. Obviously, we saw Slapjack's family at the Super Bowl yesterday. In fact, it looks like a tag match. So, it looks like Kofi is back. So, Slapjack and T-Bar. Not T-Bar. T-Bar. Oh, my God. Our lives are at stake tonight, says Ali. Ali said this is a greedy, corrupt company. I can't believe they've allowed me on commentary. Daze, do you think they should do another ladder match at WrestleMania? Yes, EWC 2020. I think that'd be awesome. Pierce should take Sheamus out of the match and put himself into the chamber, says Liam. Why don't they just book Sheamus Drew for the title before Elimination Chamber and then Elimination Chamber? I mean, it sucks, like, for Drew having to defend the title so often, but, you know, they've booked themselves into a corner. Missile dropkick by Kofi. 1, 2... just end Retribution, please. I'm dying, says Hasib. Days, we are not stands for Bad Bunny. We are the Fluffle, says Rotem. Days, are you going to watch NXT UK this week? The show has been getting good. And Miko Satomura makes her debut. I really want to see that. I really want to see Miko arrive. Huge Miko Satomura fan. So big of a fan, I can't say her name. Miko Satomura fan. I'm such a big Miko Satomura fan. I went to Fight Club Pro just to see her wrestle. I don't go to indie shows. Not because I don't like them or anything. When do I get time? But I made time. I actually took a night off, went to an indie wrestling show in Wolverhampton just because Miko Satomura was in the main event. And so I've seen her compete live with my eyes. And it was awesome. It was awesome, actually. It was really good. She is such a talent. So, in answer to your question, I don't know. But I am very, very interested in seeing Miko. Oh, Kofi gets slammed down. So, T-Bar and Kofi are in the ring. 42 minutes have gone so far. Ali is shouting away outside on commentary. T-Bar charges over. Kofi pulls that rope down. Slapjack goes to the outside. Big kick by Xavier. Oh, over the top goes Kofi. So Retribution have gone down. The only way for WWE to save Retribution is if they leave for a few months and come back as who they were before. Austin says Drew is going to win Elimination Chamber and Edge decides to pick Drew at WrestleMania since he wants a tough competitor. What's tougher than facing 5 other men and winning? Ali is making my ears bleed, says Brony. Ali has gone mad, says Sapphire.
David Faith is a legend.
David
He
Faith
donated $5 Canadian via a super chat. Wrestling Days is a legend.
Shout out to you, my friend. I love your little profile picture. That looks awesome, man. Like the London Underground. The David Faith Station. They should have a David Faith Station. Keep the faith, David. I bet you've heard that a lot. I apologise. I'm still a legend, though. Shout out to you, bud. My dream match is Bad Bunny versus Good Bunny, says Febin. Bembo says, Days, I think Randy is going to win the title in the chamber, and that will make Edge pick Randy. Then we do get Edge versus Randy for the championship at WrestleMania. Piers Wrestling says, I'm cheering for Retribution. Someone has to, in all fairness, Piers. So shout out to you. You're doing good work there. Yeah, that is your good deed for the day. Lance says, I want the Woken Bray Wyatt back. Like the one that faced Randy the 2017 days. OMG, Ali is so annoying. The screaming, I've had to mute it, says Brent. Don't forget Fastlane, says Lister Jericho. That's true. We do have Fastlane coming up in March. Andres says, do you think WrestleMania will be the first show with fans, or will they do a show before? That's a good question, isn't it? They might want to do a little trial run before thinking about it. They might not want WrestleMania to just be boom, here we go, 25,000 fans each day. They might want to do something before, just to kind of, you know, get used to it or whatever, get fans in, see how it works. So they might want to do something at Fastlane, but I haven't heard anything about that. They could just go WrestleMania, let's go. Or, yeah, they might just have a few thousand in for Fastlane. Please get Ali off commentating, says Money MW. Days, would you like to see Volta versus Roman? I would love to see that match. I would love to see that match. So, yeah, sign me up for that. Noah says E as a singles competitor is great, but the New Day without E sucks. Yeah. The thing is, they haven't changed at all. Like, the New Day gimmick now is so stale. It's completely run its course. And I think the energy and humor that Big E used to bring used to just keep it going, really. And you take that away and it just does not work. Not for me, anyway. It just does not work. I think Kofi and Xavier as a team is great and fine, and they can still be called the New Day. But do something new. Do something else. Give us something different. Days, would you like to see Kofi as a single star? I don't mind that. I don't mind Kofi as a single star. I would worry for Xavier. I think Xavier, though, has kind of established himself with up, up, down, down. So, I don't know. Maybe he could get like a gaming gimmick. I don't know. I don't know what they could do for him, but I'm sure they could do so much. Remember TJP? Do you remember TJ Perkins used to come out with like really cool kind of gaming entrance? Maybe they could do something along those lines for Xavier. He could be like, you know, the cool gamer that also wrestles. You'd have to do something with him. So yeah, I don't mind Kofi going solo again, but I like the New Day. I like these two as a team. I ain't got an issue with it. I just wish that it was something different. Imagine Jeff is going to win the title at the Chamber and feuds with Bray at Mania, says Om. It is going to be a tables match between Nia and Lana. Yep, they did just show a little graphic whilst we were talking. So coming up, we've got Nia and Lana in a tables match, which is months after it should have been. I know she's been out injured for a while, but still. They've ditched the pancakes. Well, they've had to. Who are they going to throw them to? The screens. Are they going to chuck pancakes out onto the screens? They might still bring them back when crowds get... Well, no, they probably won't. Days, what will the second Elimination Chamber match be? Could be a tag one. They've done tags before. You would probably imagine women. But you don't have to imagine women. They are real. They are out there. But I would think that the women would have one. Ali shouting at T-Bar. Which could just be a really great energy bar, you know, like a really good protein bar. I'm surprised there isn't one called T-Bar. got like green tea extracts in it or something. Here we go. Kofi, hot tag, charging over. Forearm strike, clothesline, midsection. Yeah, going all on Slapjack. Lovely drop kick. Slapjack goes down. Forearm strike. T-bar goes down. Here we go. Kofi, duck underneath. Against the ropes. Boom! Comes crashing down. Ali has gone crazy. Boom drop. Someone get Ali a Happy Meal. You're not yourself when you're hungry. You're nothing more than a corporate clown, says Ali. Slapjack from behind. Kofi lands on his feet. Slapjack charges over. Back elbow by Kofi. Top rope Inzaguri by Xavier. Kingston. Double stomp. Daybreak wins it for the New Day. Daybreak wins it for the New Day. Look at Ali. Retribution, man. I just... Do you remember when they were terrorizing the shows? Xavier wants reckoning. Is it done? Are we done? Is this going to break up? Are they all going to turn on each other now? Ali telling them all that they've all failed. I gotta tell you, T-Bar's looking angry here. Ali has gone mental, man. Ugh. Leaving that group is the best thing that Mercedes Martinez ever did. It's the best thing she ever did. She didn't get too much of that stench on her. It wouldn't even surprise me if Mia Yim might just be like, yeah, I've got COVID. I'm going to stay at home. Are you sure you've got COVID? The test came back as negative. Yeah, I've got it. I'm just going to stay at home. And just so you know, I'm going to have it for the next few months. Would love it if New Jack was signed for a one-day contract to come out and simultaneously end Retribution and New Day by destroying them all with his trolley full of weapons, says Philip. Sapphire says, this is terrible. Retribution should have won. Retribution is amazing. Woo! Here we go. The Nature Boy. TJP has the best gig in wrestling right now. He wrestles in Impact, New Japan, and MLW. Hashtag Retribution deserves better. Adrian K. Shout out to you, sir. Here comes the Nature Boy, the greatest of all time. That's quite a suit that he's wearing. Slowly making his way down the ramp. He's struggling with that ramp, isn't he, the old Nate? He is dancing along to Lacey's, yeah, bum bum, ba-da-da-dum bum. He's loving it. And here comes Lacey. It's just weird, isn't it? Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair. What have we got? What's this? Oh, is this an advert for NXT Vengeance Day? Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor. Tony Storm, Mercedes Martinez, and Io Shirai for the Women's Championship. Are we going to have the final of the Dusty Classic as well? That'll probably be at Vengeance Day, won't it? Styling and profiling. In all honesty, Kofi versus Mustafa Ali would be good. Great. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I'd be down for seeing that match. Both very, very good competitors. Very good competitors. It does, honestly, a lot of the time just come down to the creative that they're given, doesn't it? And it's not all that in a bag of potato chips, is it? So, yeah, not brilliant creative for kind of either guy at the moment. As we said, New Day has gone stale. And Retribution just hasn't ever got going for me. But, you know, I'm sure there are fans of it out there. Days, did you see more Chinese names were trademarked by WWE? What will this lead to? I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm very interested in that story. I loved the animation little vignette that we got last week on NXT. It was one of my favorite things from Wednesday last week. I've been all on board that story from the very beginning when she got given those notes and she looked concerned. It's been such a great story. Obviously, I don't want it to be anything silly. I want it to be all above board. But having it based on, like, Chinese folklore and everything, I think is so interesting. I love it. I love it. I think it's a great story. They're not going to do Sheamus Drew now so that they can do it at Mania, says Harley. Nexus versus Retribution, says Goza. Not for me. That wouldn't excite me at all. I just noticed there's literally no good stories on Raw. Drew versus Sheamus is decent, but it's not all that. Randy and Alexa is horrible to me, considering I'm not an Alexa fan, says Brony. Days, Belair is here tonight. You missed it. Oh, I did miss it? I didn't see them say that. I heard Goldberg is now a spokesman for Depends. I don't know what Depends is. Austin says he misses the Fiend. I heard Nexus Retribution rumor. Yeah, we touched on it earlier. Days, will you watch NXT UK? I might watch it. I wouldn't stream it, though. How is everyone's day? I've had better days. Dog had his manhood removed. I got belittled in Supercard. Alex Bloomfield, shout out to you, buddy. It seems like your dog is having a worse day than you. Where's Diesel's bunnies? How do you feel about Lashley Goldberg for the US Championship? It wouldn't be a match I'd be too excited for, but it would be a decent match for Lashley. I think Lashley deserves that. He should win it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, congratulations. There is their WWE Championship belt with side plates. Of course, we're going to hear all about that. There's Rob Gronkowski. There is Tom Brady. There we go, look. The home of the Super Bowl champions. They've already started. The home of the... We will be... WrestleMania will be coming from the home of the Super Bowl champions. Bad Bunny! Yeah! This is wrestling. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Yeah! Yeah, man. Look, he's on his phone. He's playing some Candy Crush. Damian Priest is like, yeah, get that one. Yeah. Sick. So we're going to see him with Damian Priest later. We got Ric Flair in the ring. Look at that suit. I'll tell you what, you don't go into a shop and get that off the peg. Ric Flair says he doesn't take orders from anyone. He says he's gonna go for a minute. He's tired. We know that she doesn't need me. But I need a bit of me. All she needs is some wisdom, motivation. This is casual. This is a casual relationship. We're serving notice. We're coming for that title. Lacey says that while she thinks he is quite cute, she respects this man. Like the living legend that he is. He is a living legend. That is non-negotiable. The greatest sports entertainer of all time. Ric Flair looks proper worked up. Ric Flair's like... Seems proper... This is probably the longest he's stood next to a woman that's not part of his family. Without things getting a little jiggy. You know what I'm saying? Probably doesn't quite know what to do. Charlotte making her way down. He was still putting her over hard, wasn't he? He was like, even though you are the best woman wrestler in the world today, Charlotte, I'm still going to train this woman. He was still really putting her over. Charlotte's made her way down, the pyro going off. It's an I say an interesting story. It's an interesting story. Go Flair, get it on. This rivalry is bad, says Tattoo. Well, what I will say is I did see Ric Flair, I think on Raw Talk, and he was awesome. He was awesome. He was like talking about how Lacey was a Marine and about how she's got everything. He's really impressed with her. She just needs that little something extra. I'll tell you what I love that Ric Flair said on Raw Talk. He didn't say it there. He said, I am in the Hall of Fame as a solo wrestler. I'm in the Hall of Fame for the Four Horsemen. I will go in the Hall of Fame with Evolution. Why don't I go and get a fourth Hall of Fame ring for being a manager? Why not? Charlotte said if you really want to learn, then you would get your ass over to Orlando. You even want to wear my robe to enhance your career. I don't think these are facing, are they? I thought they were going against each other. Charlotte is overrated and only has one thing, star power, because she's Rick's daughter. You're surrounded by yes people. I don't care who you manage. Just don't bring me down with you. Lacey says, why have we got to be enemies? Look, Ric Flair's like, yes, you could be a tag team. I'm the legend, says Legend Buchanan. This show is bad, says Brony. We need Big E for the WWE title, says Red Random. Charlotte 2.0. Listen up, Charlotte 2.0. Charlotte Flair. Flairia Charlotte. She says her sights are on the Raw Women's Championship, not you. If I can beat you, I'm... Okay, so if Lacey can beat Charlotte, it will be Lacey versus Asuka. Charlotte says, let's go now. Ric Flair's like, no, 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 no. Lacey hits her with the microphone. Charlotte goes to the outside. They are brawling into the ring steps. So we are getting the match now. Why does she laugh like that? That's so weird. She just threw it into the steps. I accept the match, you nasty. What is this? What is this woman? Who is this woman? It is addictive though. Sapphire, I'm okay. Charlotte is a nasty. Fatal 4-Way, Drew, Big E, Brock, and Braun at WrestleMania. Lacey Evans is overrated. Who is in the chamber match? Drew, Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Miz, and Sheamus. Bianca is here tonight. Yeah, Bianca's on the show tonight. So, I don't know, are we going to get this match now? I still don't know. I still don't know what's happening. Days, what are you having for dinner? I had it. You've got to eat something during these streams. No, I ate before. I had, what did I have? Rice. I had more than rice. I had rice, roast chicken. Nice. What was the other thing? There was a third thing on. Oh, roasted vegetables. That's what I had. Nice. It's good. Hearty. That's what it was. Days, sing along. Why can't we be friends? We're not going to start a sing along. CJazz32HD says, I like Lacey, but I honestly wish that she would stop with that weird laugh. Is Alexa Bliss going to be here? Maybe. You need to randomly add that laugh throughout the stream. That would be fun. If I could get some audio of it, I could like just press the button and it goes. I'm eating pizza, says Sunny Wolf. Shout out to you, Sunny. Drew took the mick out of his match with Randy. He said for the first time in 2021, he is also sick of facing Randy. Yeah, I bet he's sick of facing Randy. Drew versus Randy. It's Groundhog Day, isn't it? How many times does he have to face him? In all fairness, it is non-title, but still. Days, are you part of the Fluffle? As long as they don't have to do anything. Haseeb says, Days, how are you finding it so far? I think it's been decent. I've seen worse. I've seen better. It's just Raw. To be honest, it's just Raw. I mean, AJ Jeff was perfectly fine, but it didn't mean anything. New Day versus Retribution, I didn't need. I didn't mind that promo from Ric Flair. I kind of feel like at least I'm starting to understand a bit more now. At least Ric Flair is saying, I'm tired. I'm tired. Charlotte doesn't need me. I need a bit of me. I much preferred his explanation on Raw Talk, though, where he said he wants to be a manager because he wants that 4th Hall of Fame ring. I love that. I thought that was brilliant. And we spoke before about how there isn't anyone in WWE that's got multiple different clients. People that they're managing, like a Heenan family. Ric Flair could do that. If Ric Flair is looking for something to do, they could give him a few clients. You could have a guy, a girl, a tag team. You know what I mean? They could put a little Ric Flair, the New Horseman together or something. Do you know what I mean? Granted, anything that's called new never works out, but why not? Something in it. Better than what we're getting. So here we go. It is going to be Charlotte versus Lacey. If Lacey can win, she will be the next in line to challenge Asuka. I think the reason why they've mentioned that makes me think that she will win, and I think she wins with Rick's help. As I'm sure you do as well. Shout out to everyone that's joined us tonight. Obviously, we had crazy technical difficulties. I mean, we were down for like the first 50 minutes. So, you know, the fact that we've had people come and join us tonight after that is really appreciated. If ever we get any technical problems, rest assured, I am constantly working on fixing them. Lacey over to the ropes. Ric Flair on the outside. Charlotte in control at the moment. Goes over, but kicked to the midsection by Lacey. Charlotte going over to the ropes. Back into the midsection. Grabbed by Lacey. Working on the arm. Hurls her into the corner. Charlotte up over to the outside. Shoulder tackle through the ropes. Lacey coming back over. Charlotte slingshotting in. Rolling up Lacey. Lacey rolling through. Kick by Charlotte. Some fast-paced action at the moment. They're really going into it. Nice arm drag takedown by Lacey. Drop kick by Charlotte. Lacey goes out the ring. Ric Flair comes over. The four horsemen of good wrestlers. Big E, Kofi, Brock, and Drew. Lacey coming back in, tripping Charlotte. We're about 20 minutes away from the halfway point. Capsman09, shout out to you, my friend. Oh, elbow drop by Lacey. All over Charlotte Flair now. I'm pretty good at tech issues. I used to work for YouTube, says Crazy Cheech. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think there was a problem with the local tower. It has happened a few times before. We actually missed a Wrestling Escape pod once because the internet was just completely down. I was just very fortunate that it was down and just slowly started coming back. Charlotte's in control. Lacey trying to get over to the ropes. She grabs the ropes. At the moment, Ric Flair's not really doing much, but you've got to think he will get involved. Charlotte has got to know he is a difference maker outside that ring. Days Fluffle is a colony of rabbits. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know a colony of rabbits was a Fluffle. Working on the arm by Lacey. Lacey's laugh reminds me of Popeye, says James. It reminds me as well. She needs that little pipe. Maybe Ric Flair can dress up as Olive. What was her name? Olive Oil. Was her name Olive Oil? Or have I just made that up? Was that woman called Olive Oil? Lacey Evans over by the ropes. She's doing a strut. Charlotte going over into the corner. Charlotte picks up. Big suplex. Lacey goes out of the... Lacey's selling is awful. And now Charlotte doing the strut. Charlotte going over the top. Lacey moving Ric Flair in the way. Lacey grabbing Charlotte. Charlotte falls out of the ring. And there we go. We go to ad break. This match is a sloppy mess. Kyle says olive oil. It was olive oil. Flip! Why was she called Olive Oil? Why was she named after olive oil? Did Popeye only go out with, like, people named after oils? Did he go out with, like, vegetable oil? He went out with vegetable oil, olive oil, and low-fat spread. That was one of his other girlfriends. Previous girlfriend was low-fat spread. But he was happy with olive oil. So, fair enough. Apparently, it's good for you. So, Raw is a trash. I hate Raw so much. What happened to Andrade? I don't know. It just disappeared. Perhaps he's locked up in Charlotte's house. I was going to say bedroom, but let's not go there. There's kids watching, guys. There's kids watching. It's spelt olive oil, though. Is it? Oyl. Is it? How strange. Ariane said, finally, Jeff is in something important. He isn't going to win, but imagine if we did get Jeff versus Edge. There's a lot of history there. There is a lot of history there, in all fairness, yeah? You are absolutely right. Ric Flair needs to turn on Lacey. Also, Edge needs to make his decision. Is he going to pick Drew or Roman? Sunflower oil was the mistress, says James Chadwick. She was. She was. Shocking. It was spout oil. I never knew this. Andrade was great. What happened to him? Where is Aleister Black? What's happening to all of the guys that were connected to Zelina Vega? There's big questions here. Zelina Vega famously managed Andrade. Where is he? Zelina Vega then married Aleister Black. Where is he?
A legend. They donated $2 via a super chat. Days I met Olive Oil at WM5. She is a jerk also.
Oh, wow. There we go. Breaking news. Ross Vape met Olive Oil at the Trump Hotel. Whoa, keep it PG, says Oscar. We have. Sapphire says, I'm a kid. That's fine, Sapphire. We've kept it PG. We're all good. We haven't strayed anywhere. We're all good. It's all PG. Don't worry. Let me just finish this conversation. So, where is Andrade or Aleister Black? I think they've been brutally murdered. I think that Zelina Vega has taken an axe, chopped them up into little pieces, maybe turned them into some kind of a broth. I don't know. I think we're still PG. I'm not too sure. But yeah, suspicious, isn't it? All the men connected to Zelina Vega have disappeared. Perhaps they've gone on strike. Perhaps they're like, we're not going to wrestle anymore because Zelina Vega's not around now. Seriously, I don't know. Where are they? Saying that, at least Angel Garza's back. She used to manage him, so perhaps he escaped. Perhaps he's not in the broth. Days, I can't believe Raw has been this bad so far, says Harley. Austin says, I'm glad Days is wearing this jacket again. Days is very sexy in it. Dude, I'm sexy in everything. I gotta say, I was so cold. Do you know what? About 10 minutes before the stream was meant to start, that was my biggest problem. I was like, oh man, I'm really cold. I need to find that jacket. Where did I put it? So I went looking. I was like, okay, good. Right, I think we're all good to go. Boo! Oh no! Yeah, and then we had dramas. And then I had new dramas. Bigger dramas. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. That is tonight. Is there any word on Parker Boudreaux? Is that his name? Boudreaux. And why he posted a pic with Eva Marie. He's just signed with WWE. I think that's it. I think he's signed with WWE. I believe that Eva Marie is under some sort of contract. Maybe they are going to debut together. Maybe she's going to NXT. Maybe she is going to be them two. Maybe we're going to get Karrion Kross and Scarlett versus Eva and Parker. Parker, for those of you that don't know, looks the spit of a Brock Lesnar. 22-year-old Brock Lesnar. This guy is like this. It's a monster. I'm not sure he's quite as tall, but I don't think he's too below. I mean, I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". Brock might be a touch bigger than that, but there's not much in it. I tell you what, look at that. Moonsault by Lacey. Charlotte gets her feet up. Yeah, if you've not seen that Parker guy, Parker Boudreaux, then Google him. You'll be like, OMG, WWE have signed a killer. Big chops coming in. Lacey goes down. Look at Ric Flair's like, why I order? Why I order? This has turned into a cartoon. You've got Ric Flair on the outside going, why I order? You got Lacey going, Ric Flair, look, so frustrated. Charlotte very much in control, but not getting a 3. Lacey again rolling outside. So Lacey going over to the steps. Parker is 6'4". Brock was 6'3". Oh, I thought it was like the other way around. I thought Brock was, I would have said 6'4", 6'4", 6'5", and I thought Parker was about 6'2". So, what, you're telling me that Parker's bigger than Brock? I didn't know that. Legit, I didn't know that. That's really cool. I'm really excited to see this kid. The only thing is, I don't think he's got any wrestling experience. I think he's coming from American football. But he's young. I mean, he's in his early 20s. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. It's going to take him a while, though. I mean, even Brock spent quite a bit of time down in OVW learning how to wrestle before they brought him in. Spear by Charlotte. Do you like Marvel? I don't watch it, to be honest. I can't say I don't like it, but I mean, I've seen a couple of films and they just weren't for me. I got a bit bored with Thor. I saw the first Thor and I was like, this is dull. I wasn't into it. But I understand it's super pops. Charlotte getting really frustrated. She pushed the ref there. I think Charlotte's getting DQ'd. Yeah, she pushes the ref back again. Forearm strike. Wow, man, they are snug. Flair has jumped in. Look, he's took off his jacket. Look, Charlotte getting in the face of Ric Flair. Bucket. Charlotte versus Ric Flair. All of this is mine. Ric Flair getting in there. Charlotte showing a bit of aggression. I like Charlotte. I've always liked Charlotte. I think that she's really laying it in here, showing a bit of aggression. Look, she just destroyed Lacey Evans. Look at Lacey there. She's like, ah. Technically, she wins the match, though, by DQ. Anything could happen with Alexa or Bray. Charlotte Flair lost. She did. I think we watched the worst ones. Early ones are not that great. Leon Ruff or Jungle Boy? That's a really good comparison. I would maybe Jungle Boy. I feel like I've seen more better Jungle Boy matches than Leon Ruff, but only because I've seen him more. I've seen more of Jungle Boy than I have Leon Ruff. I'm very excited about both. This Friday, Seth Rollins! Papa Rollins returns! Seth Rollins returns. The Rated R Superstar. Zelina has poisoned them. Yeah, where are they? Harley says WWE Raw tag team match was decent. The opening promo was decent. Jeff AJ was decent. Flair promo was good. The match is all right. It's a decent show. I don't think it's a terrible show. I'm not sure I could say decent. I think my problem is that a lot of these matches don't matter. I mean, that last one did, in all fairness. That at least they gave that a reason. So that's all right. And the Jeff AJ match, as you said, was decent, but it didn't matter. I mean, if you didn't watch it, it didn't matter. So, I don't know. I'll be interested to see what people are saying about 7 minutes. How about Riddle and Carlito as a tag team? I'd give them something to do, I suppose. I don't mind. I don't mind Riddle and his humour. I just wish that they would raise the age a little bit rather than him talking about, say, Air Bud. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of humour he could have found from, say, the Super Bowl that was, you know, relevant and only happened yesterday. And I'm sure he could have found some humour in that somewhere. Rather than talking about Air Bud, I don't know. I kind of feel like Riddle's being pitched at a very young audience sometimes. He's done it before. His humour tends to go quite low for kids. which is fine. I mean, you know, you need to give kids a character. But I don't know. I don't know if I would give them Riddle. Days, should Bo Dallas join Bray? Not for me, no. I mean, I think Bo Dallas, he could have, but I'm not into Bray, am I? I don't like the Fiend and I don't like the supernatural stuff, so I wouldn't want to put anyone with him at the moment because they would then get ruined as well. And I understand it's a difficult conversation because I fully understand there's a good chunk of people in the chat right now that are really into the Fiend and are really into Alexa and are really into the supernatural stuff. So I can only give you my honest answer, and that is I'm not. So why would I want to put more people with him? Why would I want more people to be doing that? I don't. So otherwise, before it went fully supernatural, yes, I did want that. I thought it made a lot of sense for them to be together. I mean, where is he? More to the point, where is he? How? What is going on? Where is he? Is he still under Is he still? I couldn't even tell you the last time we saw Bo Dallas. More than do you want him to join the Fiend? Where is he? Was he the first victim of Zelina Vega? Did she bump him off first and then she's moved on to Alistair Black? I mean, seriously, what if she is a serial killer? What's going on? Where are all these people disappearing to? I don't even think he's on, like, main event or anything, is he? Has anyone seen Bo Dallas? Has he updated his Instagram? Should we be worried? Has he got an Instagram? Is he active on Twitter? What's he saying? Where is Bo Dallas? It's a big question. DB says, I fully expect them to put the title on Lacey and build to Charlotte versus Lacey for the title at Mania, says DB. He got released 2 years ago. Did he? I don't know if he did. Rosa Parks. So, obviously, Black History Month. Sasha speaking the words of Rosa Parks. I saw a great Doctor Who episode. It's one of the only Doctor Who episodes I've ever seen. Yeah, I saw a great Doctor Who episode that was all about Rosa Parks. It was good. I learned loads from it. It was like, you know, accurate, historically accurate. Well, apart from the fact Doctor Who was jumping around time. Apart from that fact. Right, we've got the Rated R Superstar. On this day, I am on another wrestling show. He is on every single wrestling show. And I am fine with it. Edge promo. We're going to get an update from Edge. The winner of the 2021. Roman's going to come out. Edge on his way down. Bo Dallas is at the same place as Jason Jordan. Don't know what's going on with him, man. Don't know where he is. What's going on? I hope he's well. I hope he's safe. Okay, Edge in the ring. On this day. Right, are we going to get an answer? Edge said last week was a hell of a long week. What champion do I pick? Well, he's been to see them all. Gotta dig deep. That's why I came to Raw. Wanted to get the lay of the land. And I wanted to finish my business with Orton. Then I went to NXT. Then I went to SmackDown. Yeah. Oh, it was this close. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Okay, come on. Yeah. Yeah. So he says he knows Roman's a champ and Finn's a champ. But what I don't know, who is going to walk out of the chamber as champion? He says he likes his odds against every single one of them. I don't like Drew's odds. I respect Drew. I like Drew. Doesn't make sense for me to make my decision. There we go. So Edge is going to wait until after Elimination Chamber to make his decision. So there is a very real prospect that he will end up facing Angel Garza is with Miz and Morrison now. We've got Morrison in a grey suit, Miz in a pink suit, and Angel Garza in a red suit. And it's a badly fitting suit, so it looks like you could probably rip it off. Have they put Garza with Eminem? I think so, and not even the cool Eminem. So Edge said he's going to wait until after Elimination Chamber. Miz in a pink suit has come down. He deserves to be speared just for wearing a pink suit. Does look nice though. Edge says, do you know who you're talking to? WTF Garza? Yeah, weird, isn't it? Perhaps he's hoping Zelina Vega won't find him there. Or if she does, at least he's got backup. It was either join Miz and Morrison or Retribution. Edge says you need to worry about the chamber. You definitely need to worry about Damon Priest. And you even need to worry about Bad Bunny. I need to be champion. It's a good promo. He's always a good promo. He definitely brings intensity and good promo skills, and he definitely brings something that is lacking at the moment. He says he needs to see this story through. Bad Bunny, guys. Bad Bunny time. BB time. All right. Yes, half-time scores. Get your half-time scores in. It's salmon. It's pink. Get your half-time scores in. WWE store is nearly sold out of Bad Bunny merch. Oh, don't say that, because I haven't even got mine yet. Edge's promos are damn good. Brent says, why is Garza randomly with Miz? I do not get this show. 6 out of 10 says today. Bugs Bunny. Bunny of Doom. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 4, 10, 5, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 5, 6.5, 7, 5, 6, 5.867565, 6.56, 525, 575, 677, 4.55, 5.8, 4.5, a days, 8.5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5. I'm saying a lot of sixes, guys. I'm saying a lot of sixes. 97.5, 6.55, Isman, 0. 6.8, 5.5, 6, 5, 5, just because of the Edge promo. 525, 8 out of 6, says April loves Greg. April, have you told Greg? Hopefully Greg's found out now. Greg, April loves you. Austin gives it a 6. William gives it a 5. Let Him In gives it a 5. Couldn't give a damn out of 10, says Butterspark. 6 bunnies that are bad out of 10, says Cheeseman Wrestling. 425. 5, 0 from Sapphire. AHR Finest, says 5.5. Edge told Miz he needs to worry about Bad Bunny, says Brent. Edge out of 10. 0, says AJ Stunner. AG Games says 7 out of 10. Rated R Wrestling says 5. Brony says 5. Jason says 6. Adrian says 7.5. Daydreamer Pictures says 8.675309. Maxis World says 7.2. Tyler says 4. Brony says 5. Days, name your top 5 bunnies. Oh my god. I don't even know if I could. Top 5 bunnies. I mean, straight away you go Bugs, don't you? But do I know any other bunnies? Do I know any other rabbits? Peter Rabbit? Is Peter Rabbit one? I think there's one called Peter. I think there's a Peter Rabbit. But I don't really know him. He might be cool. I don't know. We'll go with him. Bugs. Peter Rabbit. I've probably got to put Bad Bunny in there because I'm struggling. I mean, I'm at 3. There's got to be some other rabbits. There's got to be some other rabbits. I seem to remember there being like a Moody Rabbit, but I can't remember what film he's out of. It was a CGI Moody Rabbit. I can't remember what he was in. I can't remember. Oh my god, this is hard. 5 rabbits. 5 famous rabbits. Bunnies. Can anyone else name any rabbits? I got 3, and one of them was Bad Bunny. I feel like there's like super obvious ones that I'm missing. I remember like a really moody... There's one called Thumper. There might be one called Thumper, but I can't remember. It's in my head. I can't remember where I'm thinking of it from. I'll say Thumper. That gets me to 4. I can't see the chat, by the way. On screen, I've got it frozen at Travis Hammer 6.5, Alex 20 6.5, Jay 14 5.5. Gong Cass says Bad Bunny calls out Vince, buys WWE, takes shirt off, and he's Bullet Club. Thumper, Bugs Bunny, Peter Rabbit. The other one I mentioned. I don't know. Let's have a look. Here we go. Roger Rabbit! Oh my god, I love that film! Roger Rabbit! I'm a disgrace. Right. This is the end of me. This is the end. I love that film. Yeah, this is the end. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. How do you forget Roger Rabbit? I'm a disgrace. I am a disgrace. I have never been so upset with myself. It's over, guys. It's over. I can't. There's no point going on. Can't believe it. Thumper, yeah. Max. Who's Max? I don't know who Max is. Ramblin' Rabbit. Yeah, Ramblin' Rabbit's cool. I could have mentioned Ramblin' Rabbit. I probably should have mentioned it. I'm more upset about forgetting Roger, though. Yeah. There is a Captain Carrot and Hoppy the Thunder Bunny. Hey, listen, whatever you get up into the bedroom, Jim, yeah? Whatever you get up to. Here comes Damian Priest. Damian Priest making his way. Thumper is from Bambi. I've never even seen Bambi. I've never seen that. I don't even know. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Who's the moody CGI rabbit? And why is Bad Bunny in his pajamas? What's going on? Rosebud Bunny. Oh, yeah, the Rosebud Bunny. Oh, no, it turns out there's flipping loads. Turns out there's flipping loads of bunnies. Unbelievable. Rambling Rabbit, the Playboy bunnies, the best bunnies of all. Oh, I love the Playboy bunnies. All of them. Tina, Sonia, Edith, Gladys. I love all the Playboy bunnies. Oh, the Rabbit of Tricks. The White Rabbit. What, is that a pub? You don't know Max and Ruby Rabbit? No, who's Max and Ruby Rabbit? I don't know who they are. What are they out of? You might go, oh, they're out of this film, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. But legit, I don't think I know them. Hey, look, it's not Miz and Morrison that Damian Priest is facing here. It's Angel Garza. Did I know this? I don't know if I knew this. Damian Priest versus Garza. Right. I don't know if I knew that or not. I'm just super distracted by Bunnygate. We're going to call it Bunnygate. We got Miz and Morrison on the outside. We got Bad Bunny down at ringside as well. Buster the Bunny from Arthur. The Rabbit from Alice in the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. Max and Ruby is a kid's show. Oh, I don't know it. I don't know it then. The Killer Rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The Rabbit World. Jessica Rabbit. Oh my God. The sexiest animal ever. I don't even feel bad about saying that. The sexiest animal ever. Jessica Rabbit. Bad Bunny was providing a distraction. Slaps coming in by Angel Garza. Damian Priest down on the ground, starting to get fired up. I just want you to know I want to move on from the Rabbit conversation. I will never get over forgetting Roger Rabbit. That will haunt me for a long time. To the point where I regret getting this stream fixed. Like, we should not have streamed tonight. The Wi-Fi gods told me not to stream. They tried to get me. They tried to save me from that conversation. And I messed it up. Big clothesline by Damian Priest. Angel Garza goes down. Don't get me started on sexy animals days, says... I bet that is right up your street. Damian Priest. Can I just say that's pretty rubbish? He does this big, like this, and you're like, what's he going to do? And then he goes running over, jumps up and goes, bop. It's just like a little elbow. I kind of feel like that should set up something more impressive. Bad Bunny's coming round, guys. He's grabbed Money in the Bank. He's got the briefcase, look. He throws it in the ring. Hoppy the Mob. No, I've told you we're moving on. Miz and Morrison have been thrown from ringside. I guess from a young Eddie Guerrero now what Vince is seeing in a young Chavo Guerrero in Garza. Garza went for a strike. Oh, gets put away though. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest wins. Damian Priest victorious. Bad Bunny man with socks and sandals. Socks and sandals, guys. Socks and sandals. The dream. The dream. The dream. The boyhood dream has come true. Who says you can't wear socks and sandals? Whoever that is, go tell it to Bad Bunny. Pajamas, socks, and sandals. We're all going to be... You might scoff and laugh, but we'll all be doing it tomorrow. Here's Charlie Caruso. It's quite a dramatic turn from Charlie. Drew McIntyre. I'm here with Drew McIntyre. And she is. She's not lying. WrestleMania season. Expect the unexpected, guys. Socks and sandals. Expect the unexpected. Bunny had balls on his head, says James. I wear socks and sandals. Don't hate me, says STD. Oh, I don't hate you. But I am judging you. Drew. Just cutting a pretty standard promo. So Drew is saying, like, you know, you got Edge, you got Elimination Chamber, I got Sheamus after me, we got Miz with Money in the Bank. I dare you to come at me because I'll rip your damn face off. Bruh. Here we go. Brent, shout out to you, bud. Are those socks white? If so, they are sexy socks and sandals. Yeah, they were white, dude. They were white. All white. Riddle on his way. Who's he facing? Keith Lee, isn't it? Keitheth Leeth. Bad Bunny would be better without that haircut. Riddle versus Keith Lee. What's up with the Vega and Poison jokes? Well, look, all we're asking is, where is Aleister Black, her husband? Where is the former person that she managed in Andrade? You know, why now is Angel Garza connected with Miz and Morrison? Is it out of fear? I'm just saying, there is a common theme here. This match should be great, says Brony. Days, I am mad at you for not knowing Max and Ruby. I don't know him. I still don't know him. I can look him up. I'll look him up right now. I'll do that for you. Here we go, look. Max and Ruby. First thing that comes back is a cake. Oh my God! Guys, this is a 2002 young... I mean, look at the animation here. This is like for, what, preschool kids. Fun fact, in 2002, I was 21. So, I mean, no, I don't know it. And it's ended now as well. In fairness, it ran for 17 years, but I have never even seen it. Not only have I never heard of it, I've never even seen it. Fun fact, you can actually get a top 3 high-definition episode compilation on YouTube. It runs for an hour and 10 minutes, 44 seconds. Straight up. Samantha Morton was Ruby? No way, she's like a famous actress. Samantha Morton was Ruby. Wow, okay. There we go, big deal. Although, I've got to tell you, IMDb, the average rating after 1,875 votes is 6.1. Now, can I ask a question here, right? Who is going on to IMDb and voting on Max and Ruby and purposefully giving it a bad score. Who are you? What are you doing with your life? I could understand if you watched it and you loved it as a kid and you're like, oh, I love that. That got me through childhood. And then you go onto IMDb and you're like 10 out of 10, man. I love that show. I can get that. But what twisted kid out there that has grown up and gone, I hated that show. That show really upset me as a kid, so I'm going to give it a 0. It's got an average of 6.1. Who is going on to IMDb and scoring that low? How is that not a high score? I could understand people giving it 8s and 9s and things, but to get an average of 6.1, there's people giving it 4s and 3s. Who are you? Live a better life. Oh my God. Look at this. Look, Google's got reviews. There's Google audience reviews. It got 4.4 and there's a few ones. I'm going to know if I can find names. I'm naming them. Hang on. They've given it 5. They've given it 5. They've given it 5. Sharon says, what can I say? I'm at a complete loss for words. This show is simply phenomenal. It's simple yet impactful. See, I get that. Look, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. 3. 3 from Owen. This was 3 months ago. Owen, you've got to sort your life out. Owen, you have gone onto Google and left a 3-star review for Max and Ruby. I usually trash talk toddler shows. Why? Why do you do that, Owen? I usually trash talk toddler shows. Why are you doing that? What do you mean? I usually trash talk toddler. Why is that your hobby? What a great line. That is the greatest opening line to a review of anything ever. I usually trash talk toddler shows. But I really like Max and Ruby for some reason. But I do have some problems. I don't care about Raw. I don't care about Raw. We need to know Owen's problems with Max and Ruby. I usually trash talk toddler shows. But I like Max and Ruby. But I do have some problems. Oh, it's Bianca. All right, let's see. What's Bianca saying? Oh, we're coming back to this. One person found this helpful as well. Someone found this helpful. I bet it was Owen. I bet Owen found his own article helpful. Right. Here's Bianca. Bianca backstage. She said this is her time. Oh, come on, be quick. Yeah, she's the smartest. Challenger never reveals her cards right away. Asuka. Asuka is not only the Empress of Tomorrow, she is the Empress of Today. Oh, how dare she interrupt this? Can I just say, this is just this comment. Asuka's here. She says, congratulations to Bianca. You did it. But that doesn't mean you're ready for Asuka. Asuka dancing around. Bianca says, I'm ready. But Lacey Evans is not ready for Asuka. If you handle your business at Elimination Chamber, you might just be seeing a bit more of me. Right, can I tell you, I'm going to read this comment, right? Because I have to now. I've read the first point that this guy wants to make. And there is a word in there that I don't think is acceptable in the slightest. But I'm going to read it anyway. Because I'm just going to read the comment, okay? This is Owen, who said, I usually trash talk toddler shows, but I really like Max and Ruby for some reason. But I do have some problems. Number 1, Max is a retard. Now, I don't like that word. Straight up, I don't like that word. I'm just reading what he says. Number 2, why are the characters so creepy looking? Number 3, where are Max and Ruby's parents? It's a fair question. Where are they? Did Zelina Vega get to them? But with all of that out of the way, and you know, that is a lot to get out of the way. This show was a big part of my childhood, and it's definitely one of the better toddler shows. And someone found that helpful. Someone read that and went, can I find it helpful? I'm gonna find it helpful as well. Just absolutely insane. Caroline says, I love Max and Ruby, but sometimes Ruby can be inconsiderate know-it-all. Max is a child trying to express himself, and there have been a couple of episodes where Ruby was practically lowering his self-esteem. Let Max be himself! Ruby should be more open-minded. I know this is just a cartoon, but I am concerned that children are going to get the wrong message from this show. I know not everyone is going to agree with me, but something had to be said. 7 people found that helpful. 7 people. Caroline, you're mental. You've lost your mind. You have given 3 stars to Max and Ruby. You have 1 star. Christina has given it 1 star. Guys, it's bad. The lost episode is very creepy. It's 0004. Never watch Max and Ruby again. It's scary. I'm 11. I watched it when I was 1, when it was bad to lose them. I will miss them so much. I don't know what that's about. I mean, in all fairness, Christina's only 11 apparently, so we'll let her off. But, oh my God, I think I found my new favourite hobby. My new favourite hobby now is to go into comments. Samuel, 1 star. It's not really realistic at all. The storyline doesn't make sense. It's basically just Peppa Pig, but worse. I recommend that everyone watches Peppa Pig. It is totally realistic. I cried when Peppa died, though. It was very sad. But overall, Max and Ruby was satisfactory. 1 star. 1 star. Peppa Pig, totally realistic. I cried when Peppa died. Very sad. Does Peppa die? What flipping episode does Peppa die in Peppa Pig? This is just the best. This is the best. Out of that conversation has come something beautiful. Something beautiful has been born out of that rabbit conversation. Oh, I know it's not Raw, and I do apologise, but I did pay attention to Bianca. We're now live with Keith Lee and Riddle. I know. Watch the show. I am watching the show. All we missed was like a Keith Lee entrance. Brent says we need to do a Max and Ruby watch along. Peppa dies, says Jeremy. Apparently so. Guy burst into tears. He found it super realistic. Right, down goes Riddle. We are a few minutes away from the final
Ryan
hour.
Reeves is a legend. They donated $1.99 via a super chat. Please do a Max and Ruby stream.
I am a professional YouTuber. I am a professional live streamer, right? This is what I do for a living. We cover MMA. We cover all the big wrestling events as well. We cover boxing, Tyson Fury. We've got Usman versus Bud. And you want me to do a Max and Ruby watch-along? I mean, I'll definitely consider it. But, man, that is wild. I think my favourite thing is just reading the comments. Kicks coming in by Riddle. Keith Lee in the corner. Keith Lee slumping down in the corner. Riddle going over the other side. Charging over. Ah, Keith Lee. Boom. Big shoulder. Riddle goes down. Did you watch the show about a pig named Olivia? No. 1, 2 count. Do it, you coward! We could start doing that on a Monday. I mean, honestly. The quality of this Raw. Even the halftime scores were around 5s and 6s once again. I mean, we're getting to the point now where I don't know if WrestleMania season's going to drastically improve Raw. Tag team match meant something because Ali wanted Retribution. Ali wanted Retribution because it could have been his moment 2 years ago. It didn't mean anything. Retribution don't mean anything. Days, I thought you're 21 now. I am. Google pictures of Jessica Rabbit to see if you can keep calm. Oh, I'll keep calm. She's a good-looking rabbit, but I'm not going to lose my mind over pictures of Jessica Rabbit. I'm not as weird as the people that give 1 stars to Max and Ruby. Brony said, there's only an hour left. That was pretty fast. Right, well, Riddle is down. Teletubbies were scary, says Sonny. Max watches Ruby whilst Ruby watches Max. Well, apparently Ruby is a know-it-all that lowers Max's self-esteem. Here we go. Keith with Riddle. He went for, I think, a German. Riddle landed on his feet. Lovely Pele kick. Riddle looks like a flopped fish. Sonny says, in Max and Ruby, it was revealed in newer episodes that Max and Ruby lived on their own because their parents left them when they were babies. What? How is that in a kid's cartoon? The parents left them when they were babies. I mean, that might happen in nature. I don't even know if it does it? Although saying that, rabbits, we know what they're like. Having kids everywhere. It's probably Max and Rubies everywhere. Riddle. Middle rope. Knee strike. Oh, Keith Lee goes down. 1. Just a 1 count, though. 1 count for Riddle. Max and Ruby watch along or read those reviews. Man, they were wild. The fact that 7 people found that woman's comments helpful blows my mind. Although, saying that, I suppose if you're a parent and you read a comment where it says this cartoon might lower your kid's self-esteem, you probably would go, well, I'm not going to show them that then. That was very helpful. So, do you know what? All you Max and Ruby fans out there, you need to get onto Google. You need to start leaving some unhelpfuls on that comment. Max and Ruby fans unite. I think, what was her name? Was it Christina? She went off, man. She went off. Some nice sentons by Riddle. Blues Clues was amazing, says Let Him In. The creepy backstory of Max and Ruby is that the reason Max doesn't talk is because he was in a car accident with his parents. That's why we don't see his parents and grandma now. What? Considering I'd never even heard of these two. The stream has been taken over by them. Draping armbar by Riddle, but he really can't get it on Keith Lee. Keith's power means that he was like picking up Riddle. He's gone his triangle. That's not on tight at all. Keith picking up Riddle, 1 arm. Keith Lee really using his size and his strength here. Picking up, look at that again. Picking up Riddle. Dumping him into the corner. Riddle charging over, knee strike. And boom. Powerbomb. Sit down powerbomb by Keith Lee. 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee beats Matt Riddle. Days, have you heard of the Octonauts? The polar bear was a god in that show. I have heard of the Octonauts, yes. I have heard of them. I've never seen it, but I heard when they changed the main guy on Blue's Clues. Please read some more. It will be the new Wheel of Fun, says Timothy. I honestly don't know if there were any more negative. There was lots of positive ones. But I understand the positive ones. Bobby Lashley from behind attacks Keith Lee. Keith goes over to the ropes, slowly turns around, and it looks like we're building towards a match between these two. Oh, Keith Lee gets planted by Bobby. The Almighty. I'm down for this. I mean, Keith Lee against Bobby Lashley. I'm down for this. Ruby has joined the adult film industry. Wow. Wow. Charging over, shoulder tackle. Keith Lee goes to the outside.
Vape Ross Vape is a legend.
Clothesline, Keith Lee down.
Via a super chat. Ruby has joined the adult film industry.
Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, there really isn't much I can say. I mean, honestly, there really isn't much I can say. Again, there's kids watching. Bobby with the ring steps. Charging him, driving him into Keith Lee. Keith Lee goes over the announce table. I wonder if this is going to be a triple threat. Do you think we're going to get Keith Lee, Bobby Lashley, and Riddle? Do you think Riddle will still be a part of this? He was soundly beaten, though. He was beaten. Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee versus Riddle for the United States. Lashley clearing house, says Brony. Damn, says Kyle. Rugrats were awesome. I did see Rugrats. Rugrats were on in the mid-90s. I used to watch that. It was still a bit young for me, though, in all truthfulness. I watched it more for my little brother. I've got a brother that's 6 years younger than me. And he used to enjoy it. So we used to watch that. And in all fairness, straight after used to be something like Doug or Rocco's Modern Life or Ren and Stimpy or something along those lines. Bobby Lashley putting a bigger beat down on Keith Lee than Jerry Jacks. He must be, do you know, it's a good shout. I mean, like, he must be cleared and everything now. Still no Mia Yim, though. There's MVP. There's Bobby. On the entranceway. My rabbit stew was nice, says Colin. Right, MVP holding up his THB necklace. Coming up tonight, we've got Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton. It is a non-title match, but that is coming up tonight. I liked Doug as a kid, but I hated it when I saw it when I got older. I've actually got the Doug box set. There's a little Doug thing DVD set you can get. And, yeah, I started watching it, and it wasn't as good, of course. But I don't know, man. It's still good. I mean, I love that. I love Hey Arnold as well, and I don't know, man. There's lots of cartoons. We've spoke about it many times. Joaquin says Days has got a brother that's 16.
They donated $1.99 via a super chat.
It is true.
Days, you have a brother that's 16.
Well, hang on. No, 15. Because I'm 21. So if he's 6 years younger, he's 15. Quick math, yeah. So he's been 15 for a long time. I hope Bray returns tonight. Maybe Bray will come back tonight. There is a conspiracy that the reason Angelica can talk to the kids is because they are dead, and it's all in her head. I'm pretty sure the parents have acknowledged the kids, though, haven't they? So I don't think that's true. Heather says Pepper didn't die. There was a fan theory about the last episode. Fan wiki weirdos. I didn't even know there was a last episode. Has it finished now, Peppa Pig? I thought it was still going. Are we saying that that's come to an end? Amazing. Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock was cool. I didn't quite understand it, but it was cool. No one cares about Raw. Just talk about toddler shows. I know, man. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Earlier, here's me going, why is Riddle going on about Airbud? Like, I wish they would, like, set it a bit higher than like that. And then we're talking about flipping Max and Ruby for half an hour. Guys, you're making me look like, do you know what I mean? I'm contradicting myself here. Peppa Pig is still going. I grew up with Ed, and Eddie. Oh, I bet that was a fun household. Where are the sexy muscle friends? The right here, bud. Right there. There's one. There's two. Right there. I'm literally only doing that because I'm wearing a jacket, so you can't see the true horror. A new voice actress plays Pepper now. She was in The Haunting in Bly Manor. Okay. Right, we are going back to Raw 49 minutes. Time is slipping away. Days is sexy. Peppa Pig is sexy. Are they going to give us Drew Randy again? Why are they giving us Drew Randy again? Probably to do something with Alexa or the Fiend or something like that. Days, the old guy in Blue's Clues did drugs. That's why he talks to kitchen utensils and sings to his mail. When the new guy came in, the old one went to rehab, said J14. There we go. I hope that makes sense to Blue's Clues fans. Days, if you were 21 in 2002, you're now 39 or 40. I'm just trying to do the math. No, it's really weird. I'm actually still 21. It's very strange. Don't ask me how it works. I think it's because I can't quite remember my birthday. So as a result, the years just pass by, but I don't age. And I think you can get away with that, in all fairness. So the last I remembered, I was 21, but that was a while ago. What about Pee-wee's Playhouse? What about Pee-wee's Playhouse? What was going on there? Wow. Hey, do you know a program I used to love? I loved it. And I used to find it so entertaining. And I never knew when it was on, but I was so pleased if ever I found it. Do you remember that woman with the little puppet called Lamb Chop? There was a puppet. Oh, could I? No, I couldn't have mentioned that. Lamb Chop. I don't know who she was, and I don't know who Lamb Chop was, but it was just such a nice, homely kind of a kid show. Just really easy to watch. You felt like you were amongst friends. There was no weirdness. Kids shows are so full of weirdness. There was no weirdness. I mean, all right, it was a talking sheep, but it was a puppet. You know what I mean? I might watch me some Lamb Chop one day. Might find me some Lamb Chop. Whatever happened to that woman? I hope she's doing well. I hope she's not dead. I don't know her name. I want Bad Bunny back. Do you watch Riverdale? I do not. No, I feel like it's connected to another show, but I can't remember what show. Sherry Lewis. Is that her name? Sherry Lewis. Sherry Lewis. Hang on, let me have a look. Sherry Lewis. It doesn't ring a bell. That's her. That's her. There she is with Lamb Chop. Oh no! She died! Oh! In 1998? Oh! She died 23 years ago! I don't even know when I was watching it. I mean, they couldn't have been live. There might have been reruns or something. Oh, well, I'm gutted now. is Sherry? When did Lamb Chop die? Lewis died in LA on August 2nd, 98. Rest in peace. She was good, man. I liked her. It was good. It was homely. I mean, I didn't know if it was old or live or whatever it was. I was a kid. But looking at it now, I mean, it looks old. Lamb Chop's play-along was 92 to 95, though. Maybe I was watching Lamb Chop's play-along. I don't know. The Sherry Lewis show was 1960 to 63. Well, look, this is how good it was. It stayed around for ages. It was super popular. Oh, gutted. Unfinished business. That's what stands between you and I, Drew. He's got unfinished business with everyone. I remember Real Monsters. Yeah, that was good. I think I've got some DVDs of that. You could get figures as well of them. And you know the guy that held their eyeballs? His pit hair actually did smell. Okay, so we've just got a Randy Orton promo right now. I remember Mask. Those actions always end. Right. Tonight, Drew, you will be introduced to the Legend Killer. I mean, they could put the title on Orton and do Orton Fiend, couldn't they? I forgot we've got this match. Guys, forget the kid shows. Tables match. Lana, but we've been I dreamt of having this match. I've dreamt of this match. Lana versus Nia in a tables match.
They donated $2 via a super chat. Lamb Chop married Rocco from the Road Warriors.
Lamb Chop and Rocco. You can get Rocco. They made Rocco. Mattel made Rocco. How strange is that? Right. Up next, Lana versus Nia in a tables match. Nia and Shayna have got those women's tag titles around their waist. Chucky, from the Rugrats name change in Spanish, we call him Carlitos. Do you? Do you call him Carlitos? Do you? That's cool. I'm a huge Addams Family stan, says William Hensey. You should read some Peppa Pig reviews, because that would be better than Raw, says John. Days, read some reviews of WWE Raw on Google. Oh, that's good. We could do that. We could do that, couldn't we? I kind of feel, though, that we're getting towards some good stuff. Like, we're getting towards a tables match. And we're also getting towards the main event. Like, we've only got 40 minutes left. But that's a very good idea, Rotem. That's a very good idea. How many reviews are there? Let's have a look. WWE Raw. WWE Raw. Average. Oh, my God. Average rating is 3.8. Oh, I tell you what. There's 2,211 reviews. And the top 3 that I've got, 2 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 1 out of 5. So, a bit of a mixed bag here. So, it doesn't... this is like a year ago. A week ago? Someone did one a week ago? Kevin did one a week ago? Oh, shall I read you that one? Oh, that's quite long. Right, here we go, look. Kevin, 2 out of 5, said a well-produced product on a technical level, but storylines are repetitively uninspired and the characters and personas feel contrived and inorganic. I would argue that one of the cornerstones of the Attitude Era was the creative license that many superstars were granted in creating and informing their personas. Nowadays, it feels like they're robots trying to recite a rigid script as believable as possible. A great shame, considering that WWE had so many phenomenal athletes on its books who can do all in the ring, but leave a lot to be desired on the mic through little fault of their own. Furthermore, some of the formulaic for matches have become achingly overused and need to be done away with. A few examples include ringside manager distracting the ref to allow for a managed wrestler to commit a foul or escape getting pinned. Tag matches, staggered in-ring face struggles to his corner to tag in the inactive face. Tagged in face enters the ring, infused and destroys everyone. He's talking about a hot tag. So he's talking about the hot tag for that one. C, Royal Rumble. A wrestler gets removed during the early stages, thus sitting out for a long period of time, but reinserts themselves during the closing part, owing to have not gone over the top rope brackets. Orton, 2021. So there we go. Kevin is upset by quite a few things, but especially managers distract him, hot tags, and what Randy Orton did at the Royal Rumble. I would argue there's worse than that, but they're fine. They're all fine points. I do think if you interfere during a match, you should be suspended. Like, it's a very easy rule to bring in. Why don't management do that? If you interfere in someone else's match, you're suspended. That guy is speaking facts, says Brony. Right, well, there we go. It's we managed to read that out, and we're just going back to Raw. 39 minutes now as we've got Nia in the ring with Lana making her way down. Bam 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 with Naomi. Little dance. Look at Nia. Lana looking very concerned. So she should be. Looking at the tables, looking super sad. We're seeing a replay of when Raw was good. Or something good that happened on Raw. The constant moments. How many in a row is it? 7? There's 7. 8. Was it 9? 9. 9 in a row. 9 weeks in a row. Lana got put through that announce table, and we loved every single one. Lana charging over at Nia. Nia pushes Lana down. Regia Productions says, when I hear Lana's music, I think of CM Punk. Wow, they're very comparable. Very comparable. CM Lana. Here we go. Powerbomb. She's got her up. She's got her up. Lana looks scared. Ah! So she should be. Nia hurls Lana down. Nia is the sexiest woman on Raw, says John. Lana Productions is already hurt.
They donated $2 via a super chat.
Going again.
When I hear Lana's music, I think of CM Punk's song.
Oh. And a second one. They are heavy and hard. These, look at the sick smile on the face of Nia. Lana in pain once again. I don't quite get the story. Is the story that she's not good enough? Lana getting picked up, slammed down. Now she's just pleading with Nia. Stretch muffler. Stretch muffler. Ah, look at that. Oh, and she is just hurling Lana around. Look at it. Ah. Lana's like, please don't. Oh, now she smacked her face into the turnbuckle. You can see the vein popping out of Lana's head. Oh, it's good, isn't it? Lana pleading, crying. Just wants it to be over. Where are they going with this story? I mean, I'm here for it. Look, she's screaming, no! Oh, this is just a nightmare for this woman. She's just having an absolute living nightmare. She was about to get thrown over the top rope and onto a table. Why didn't she just go? The match would be over. I think Vince loves her selling. He just says to Lana, like, just go out there and sell. Nia coming over. Lana in the corner. High kick by Lana. She's starting to fight back. She's good with her kicks. Nice kick. Nia back in the corner.
Mr. KW is a legend. They
Mr.
donated
KW?
$2 Canadian via a super chat. Days, could you shout out my boys Victor and me leg?
Shout out to your boys, Victor and me leg. Shout out to Victor. Shout out to me leg or leg. Have you got a son called Leg or me leg? What is going on? Hey, look, we've got Lana up. Oh, draping down over the ropes. I'm strangely into this. He's trying. Nia goes out of the ring. So Nia is on the edge of the ring. Lana rolls into the ring. Nice high kick. And again. Is she going to do it and Nia's just going to fall? Yeah, look, Lana's trying to loosen her grip. Headbutt by Nia. Lana goes down. So they were teasing that Nia was like wobbling and there's the table set up behind her. Jason said this match is horrible. Nia is the worst. This match is hard because Nia will end up injuring Lana. Nia back in, dropping a leg. Lana rolls out of the way. Nia screaming in pain. Did she just say, oh my butt? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nia Jackson's like, oh, my butt. My butt. And Lana just went, ah, pushed her. And she went into a table. Oh, that's one of my favourite moments of the show. Boom! Look at it. Look at that. All that pent-up frustration came out. Lana wins. Oh, now. Oh! Shayna attacked. Naomi kicked Shayna in the head. Shayna goes out of the ring. Naomi says, let's go. Lana wins. That was good. I mean, the match was whatever, but Naomi, Nia outside the ring going, my butt. She'd done a leg drop on the edge of the ring. And Lana had moved out the way. So she ended up leg dropping the hardest part of the ring. And then she's running around upset about her butt. And then Lana, straight through a table. Days, have you seen the new Funhouse Bray comes with a Huskus puppet? I have seen that, yes. I might even do a video tomorrow on it, actually. I think there was quite a few. I know I'm super late on it, and like other channels will have done videos on it, but what's it matter? We'll have a look at the new figures. We operate when we operate, yeah? So I could see us doing a little stream tomorrow on that. Maybe before the Wrestling Escape pod. And you know what those figure streams are like, though? Flipping, they go forever. Because they just always put like 100 images on, and it's like... Oh. So there is like a figure slideshow that we need to have a look at. John says, more reviews! Refresh the Raw review page! Listen, you're under the impression that I'm here to give you what you want. I think that's cute, but that's not how I operate. I'm not here to give people what they want. Why would you ever watch these streams and think that? We might look at some next time. Sunny says, little Einsteins. Make one days. They are great. What? The Raw review? Raw reviews? You want me to make a Raw review? Can you give 0 stars? Do they let you give 0 stars? Or I'm only asking. Give us what we want, says Austin. Have we got an Alexa Funhouse figure yet? No. Honestly, it takes about a year. It takes about 12 months for them to do the image, the computer-generated image, get it all approved, painted, scans if they need them, figure out what line it's going in, figure out the accessories, manufacturing. Takes about 12 months. So I don't know when she first started like teaming with Bray, but I mean, I would imagine you'll definitely have one by Christmas. Refresh the Raw page or I will find you and I will hurt you. This is the greatest Raw ever, says Dunkin' Donuts. Read a Teletubbies review. I've refreshed the Raw one. The only problem is they're not in any kind of order. I've refreshed it and I've got Harry from 8 months ago, James from 11 months ago, Amir from 9 months ago, Anonymous from 6 months ago, who says, I'm impressed by a lot of these people's comments on WWE. Raw Talk has got Damian Priest, Bianca Belair, and Mustafa Ali. That is Raw Talk tonight. Okay, we're going to Naomi and Shayna. Is Nia and Lana still out there? I wouldn't think so. I should imagine... oh, guys. Do you know what's just dawned on me? Do you think that the doctors backstage are now currently having to look at Nia Jax's butt? Because she injured her butt. And she did start walking around going, ah, my butt! My butt! Do you think she's gone into the medical facility backstage? And gone, doctor, I need you to have a look at this. Woo! Pulled it down. Wow. Because she's not at ringside. Wrist lock. Nelson says, I don't like Naomi. Andres said, would you like a match when you win by putting your opponent through a table 5 times? 5 times? Might be a bit much. They're looking up her... Okay, Sonny. Okay. Did anyone see the video game character that's 9 foot 6 inches tall? Huh? Nice kick by Naomi. The doctors are probably scarred for life. Well, I'm just saying, look. She did say that she injured her butt. and she isn't at ringside. So you can do 2 and 2. Going Ghost. Shout out to you, my friend. You didn't really miss me talking about it earlier. We unfortunately had big problems earlier, so the stream would not work. So we didn't really talk about it. I did thank everyone that joined us. I really enjoyed the Super Bowl stream. I really enjoyed it. It was a game I don't know much about. I did actually watch an American...
Ghost is a legend.
I'll let her read it.
They donated $5 via a super chat. Hey Days, I might have missed you talking about it earlier. How did the Super Bowl stream go? Thank you for everything you do.
Shout out to you, buddy. I mean, it went amazingly. I didn't expect hardly anyone to join us, because why would they? I mean, there's people that have got American football channels that are going to have been streaming that, surely. And you'd join them. I mean, I did not expect so many people to join us. But I loved it, man. I loved it. It was a lovely, different flavor. It was a different change of pace. It was something new to watch and enjoy. Because I haven't got like any kind of history with it, and I haven't got favorites already, apart from Andy Reid, legend. Because I haven't got favorites or anything, we could just have fun with it. It's not like with wrestling where you go, why are they doing this? What? There was none of that. Like, it was just chilled, man. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I would be open to doing some big sporting events in the future outside of wrestling, but not weekly. I'm not starting to do football each week, or baseball, or NFL, or anything. I mean, NHL or anything. I mean, like, maybe like big finals, maybe World Cup final, maybe the Euro finals, maybe something to do with the Olympics if the Olympics get going. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking about that. Like, I wonder if there was something we could do for the Olympics. I don't even know if the Olympics are happening or not, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of a little bit more open after I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, big shout out to everyone that joined us for that. Tomorrow we'll do figure stream. On this channel. We'll do obviously Wrestling Escape Pod. AEW NXT on Wednesday. Might do a watch along on Thursday. Don't know. Friday SmackDown. Saturday UFC 258. Yeah, I mean, I might need Thursday for research, thinking about it. Sunday we've got NXT as well. So flip. So much coming up. We're always doing stuff on this channel. We just got a little video package for Elimination Chamber. Moldy Spoon says, how often do new figures come out? They come out literally the summer every month. Might not always be an Elite Series. They can sometimes be every other month. But if it's not an Elite Series, there'll be basics, or there'll be battle packs, or there'll be, Slam... What are they called? Can't even remember now. The Slammobile. What was those figures called? You've got Ultimate Editions, and then you've got the ones that like come with the car and, you know, all them ones. There's quite a few, man. There's quite a few. So every month there's something new. You should do a golf stream, says Timothy. Here they are, going over to the 18th hole. Tiger Woods. Just moments away from his final shot at history. Here comes Orton. They talk to me. Main event. We've done it, guys. We're at what is known in the industry as the main event. I wanna see. I don't know the words, but they sound something like this. The Apex Predator. Not golf. Golf's horrible. Do you watch BKFC? What's BKFC? Bloke Kick Football Club. Days Action Figure Attack from Mattel said that Elites are going to start coming out with double jointed arms. I did see that. The Fiend has got a new mask. By the way, I love your videos, streams. Very cool. Shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to McLurg98. I like turtles. I hope you're having a good night. I hope you are as well. Wrecking figures. That's it. Thank you, Dax. I was like, Slammobile, slam figures, slam attack figures. No. Wrecking figures. Right. Orton in the ring. Quite a bit of time for this main event. Bare Knuckle FC. Oh, no. I don't see it. I haven't seen that. Daze, did you take a look at a video I sent you? What one? I've been sent quite a few from different peeps. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. No, that was what Paige Van Zandt was in, wasn't it? She fought and lost. Chris Lieben, I think, was on that card as well. So I didn't watch it, but I was following it. I think, was it not on the same time as UFC Fight Night? I think it was on the same time as the UFC show. I really wanted to see that Paige Van Zandt fight, and she lost. And rumors are that she could be WWE bound. I mean, honestly, what are her options? UFC don't want her. She's just lost her first fight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So, if WWE... I mean, she's an attractive girl. Young. Legit. Do you know what I mean? You can easily bring her in and... she's legit. You should do an NHL Stanley Cup live stream. I'd be down for that. Could you imagine Tiger is in the middle of his last putt, then out of nowhere, RKO, says Ryan. Hockey video. Is there any boxing? There's some boxing stuff coming up. I think, haven't we got Billy Joe Saunders against Canelo coming up? But I don't know at what point. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Joshua and Fury. So there's a lot of talk there. Honestly, I haven't looked. So I don't know what's coming up. I mean, obviously, we were meant to be getting Floyd against Logan, but that's now been delayed. So Floyd and Logan is apparently still going to happen, but it's been delayed. We are getting Jake Paul against Ben Askren. I mean, that's wild. So that's coming up as well. So, yeah, there are, plenty of stuff happening there. We might have the Olympics. I love the Olympics. 2012, I went to about 3 or 4 different days of the Olympics. Went to, like, what did I see? I saw hockey, athletics, boxing, basketball, football, handball. I did. I went to the handball. There's 6 things that I went to. I loved it. I'm really into sports. I love sports. So I can't think of too many sports that I don't like. I mean, I've watched golf. I'm not a big fan of golf, but I've watched it. I mean, if it's on and it's like the final round of the Open or something, I'll have it on. But yeah, it's not my favourite. Second half of the show has been great, says Harley. Lashley, Lee, and Riddle stuff was fantastic. Lana and Jax was all right. The ending was great. And a nice little match between Baszler and Naomi. Austin says, more sports streams. Well, I don't want to deviate too much. I kind of feel like, do you know what I mean? We are a wrestling channel. And we obviously do UFC as well, which I really enjoy. It doesn't leave a great deal of time for other stuff. But I don't know. If it's a big thing, then and like there's a lot of interest in it, then who knows? When's the NASCAR? When's NASCAR? Can we watch that? When's that on? Because Sasha Banks is entering. She's going to be going around. So, it's wrestling related. This Wednesday. It's the final build. It's the go home. Did you watch the hockey video? Oh, no, I haven't seen it yet. No. I will watch it. I know it's the hockey fighting video. It's on my to-do list. Curling is great in Winter Olympics. That is fun. Yeah, it shouldn't be, but it is. Hey, Riddle versus Lashley versus Lee. The match has been made. The match has been made for Elimination Chamber. United States. Triple threat. Oh, is it Sunday? Can't. We're watching NXT. Oh. See, that's the problem, innit? Orton pacing back and forth. NASCAR, the pandemic has actually got me watching NASCAR. I think it looks like it's going to be NXT, though. Right, here comes McIntyre. How does Riddle get another shot? That's a good shout. Yeah. Donnie White. Good question. Here comes Drew, and he's coming out with his sword. Doo-doo. He holds it there, slight delay. He pushes it down, and the flames shoot up. No Chamber is a week from Sunday. I think, yeah, it's not far at all. You can filter the reviews 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. You can, yes. You can't do it by the date that they're added or anything, though. But I suppose we could just look at all the 1 stars. Days, it will be over before NXT, according to Daydreamer Pictures. How long is it? How long is NASCAR? Do they go around in circles all day? Days, you should do a Barbie stream. Why do you want a Barbie stream? What are you on about? Where did the sword come from? It came from Scotland. Legit, it came from Scotland. Apparently, Triple H and Steph bought that sword for Vince. And they got it from Scotland. Right, here we go. 14 minutes to go. The bell has sounded. What happened to Aleister Black? You might want to ask Selena Vega. 1 week from Sunday. Yeah, we're just a week away from Elimination Chamber. This match makes 0 sense. Well, if the Fiend comes back, then it'll make sense. I think it's just to have Orton in the ring, isn't it? Sasha isn't in NASCAR. That's the Indy 500. Oh, God. Are they different things? I thought they were the same thing. Isn't the NASCAR Indy 500 like the same thing? Oh, my God. I thought there was like 500 independent NASCARs that went round the track or something. Days, you should change your name to Sporty Days. Like Sporty Spice. Maybe Sporty Spice can come on and start doing hosting with me. I mean, I'd be all right with that. She was never my favourite Spice Girl. I don't know who my favourite was. Maybe Baby. Here comes Sheamus. Sheamus came running down. Orton from behind. I bet this match makes more sense than I do at times, says William. Oh, yes. Stream NASCAR! 500 is the miles. Is it? They go for 500 miles. I didn't know that. 500 miles? Wow. Days, the Daytona 500 starts at 2:30 Eastern Time. Hang on, so what is on... Hang on, there's too many 500s. There's the Indy 500 and the Daytona 500. Are these NASCAR? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Indy 500 is NASCAR? Knew it. Called it. Called it! It's 500 laps. Oh. Okay. Oh, guys, can you get it together? Because I don't know what's true. 500 miles is a long way. It is. I was like, this is like an all-day event. Days, what did you think of the Weeknd's performance? And not to brag, but his cousin is a close friend of mine. Yeah, I thought it was good. I think that he was probably a little bit limited in what he could do. But saying that, he still did more than I was expecting. And, but I just wish that the bandages hadn't been a thing, if I'm being honest. I felt it was a bit too kind of, you had to know about the Weeknd and you had to have seen his videos, and you shouldn't really have to do all that research when you just want to watch it. There's a lot of people going, what was that about? Do you know what I mean? And all right, you can find the answers if you want the answers, but I don't know. In the heat of the moment when you're watching it, I think it, like, you watch Katy Perry, she's dancing with some friendly sharks. It all makes sense there and then, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? All like this, some sharks dancing around, and you're like, oh, look, cool sharks. You don't need to ask questions. You just, oh, yeah, look, sharks, they seem nice. And everyone's happy. But, like, weird bandaged up people marching around, you're like, oh, what's this? Is this some kind of political statement? What's going on? And then it turns out it's all part of his albums, all of that. So I just kind of feel like maybe this wasn't the right time for that. Maybe do that at your shows when you've got your own audience. But when the world's watching, maybe we could have done something different. I'm not saying bring back the Sharks, but you know, be nice to see what they're up to. Wouldn't it? Be nice to have got an update. Maybe he could have brought back a little bit of something from everyone's previous Super Bowl. That would have been cool. We could have had the Sharks come back. We could have had everything. All the things from the previous Super Bowls that I can't remember. I literally only remember the Sharks. I think that's, do you know what I mean? That's bad, isn't it? This has been a very animal-heavy stream. Does anyone else think that? We've spoke about rabbits. We've spoke about, like, a lot as well. Not just a little bit. We spoke about rabbits a lot. Now we're speaking about sharks. I feel like we've been talking about a lot of animals. Did you see that former WWE superstar Tyler Rex is a female now? I did. We spoke about it. I'm very pleased for her. I think she identifies as her. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful. I just don't know. I think he's now a her. Daytona, like the Indy, is a 2.5 mile track. So 200 laps is 500 miles. Shout out to you, David Paul. How long does it go for? Nipplegate, yes! That would have been amazing! He could have grabbed one of them bandaged guys, ripped off the top, and the guy could have been stood there with like a nipple thing. And then a shark could have come out and everything. We could have just gone down a blast from the past. Oh, that would have been brilliant. Or maybe the shark could have like a nipple thing on. Like this. Ah, you tell me that wouldn't have been better. You can't tell me that. Drew gets planted on the announce table and chucked in the ring. What happened earlier? I cannot wait for that triple threat. That is going to be physical as heck. Says Harley. A college lacrosse stream. Lee says 3 to 4 hours. Nice headlock by Orton. A dancing on ice stream. I love all the old Daytona games. Sonny says sharks are fun. Fact. When is Shark Week? Nice knee to the midsection by Orton. Look, we're going to stick with this. Overhand right by Orton. Kick to the midsection again. We've only got about 6 minutes to go. Boom, boom. Big kicks. Against the ropes goes Orton. Nice kick by Orton. Against the ropes again with a clothesline. Duck underneath by Drew. Belly to belly. Belly to belly by Drew. Sheamus is outside the ring. Another belly to belly. Sheamus is slumped against the barricade. Nice. Cutter. Weeknd did all of this for his fans that stick with him and followed him. We are rewarded for watching the story. I don't think that was the right place for it because you're reaching a much bigger audience. I mean, like, you could have maybe a little something in there for the fans, but that was a really big thing. Like, to have everyone in the bandages, and I think that he could have done something. He was talking about bringing people in and it being, like, reaching out to those at home. So doing something specifically for his fans and something that big, I have to mark it down. I kind of think that he could have done something that would have been a bit more all-inclusive. So it's not a massive deal. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his performance. But I really liked the Weeknd. So I think I scored it like 7.75. But if we are going to say, why didn't you go higher? Then that would be a big factor as to why. Daisy's new streaming event, Days Dancing while sitting on the couch for 7 straight hours. Come to Tennessee, we've got Pinto races on dirt tracks. Pinto is a terrible car made by Ford. That sounds awesome. Superplex, I should say, by Randy Orton. What exactly is the Weeknd? I could say Saturday and Sunday, but of course that'd be silly. 3 minutes left in the show. Kayla is in the Thunderdome. Philip says we might overrun at this rate. Right, Orton getting up to his feet. 3 minutes to go. Headbutt by Drew. To the outside goes Drew. Nice kick by Randy. Days, bring back the wrestling moves video. I can't. I did that with a swimming pool when I was in Florida. That was done in Florida, in Orlando. Actually, not Orlando. I can't remember where we were. I want to say Winter Haven is where we were staying. I don't quite know where that is. I think it's in between Orlando and Tampa. Little place called Winter Haven. It was nice. It was very small. Very small. Not far from Kissimmee. Where I would love to live. Could you, like, you'd just be walking around saying Kissimmee? Kissimmee. I would anyway. Because I'm a child. Days, are you ready for WrestleMania? I am ready for the crowd to come back. It's going to be good, man. Miss the crowd. Orton is going to that dark place. Went for an RKO. Drew, though. Boom! DDT. Can't you stream important events like the World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, etc.? Well, we'll look at it. I don't want to commit to anything, but we can look at it. Excellent work by Drew. McIntyre looking to put away Orton, but Sheamus is in. Brogue by Sheamus. Claymore by Drew. Bum, bum. Right, well, Drew has won. Thanks to outside interference by Sheamus. Please stream table tennis championships. Little thing is in the corner. Is that the end of the show? End of the show? Woo! End of the show. That was all right, man. I didn't hate any of that show. There was none of that show that I hated. Get your scores in. 5.75, 5, 7, 4, 6.5, 8.5, 6, a dumb ending. 5.25, 5, 6.75 says Scott. 6 says to boy. 5.5, Catbro 97. Ethan says thank you for no Alexa. You're welcome. Austin says 6.5. Let him in says 5. Sapphire says 10. Harley said the second half was great. Nico Guy says I'm sleepy. LD Cool says 8. Chance says this is why SmackDown is better. Jaden says 6.25. Brent says 4.25. 5.9, 9.5, 4, 5.5, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 4, 4, 5.75, 5.9, 7, 6, 5.25, 6.25, 5.6, 3, 3, 2, 5, 10, 5.5, 6.6, 7, 4, 5.9, 5.25, 7, 4, 7. XFL said I only watched the second half, so I'm giving it a 6. 6.5, 6, 6, 5.25, 5.25, 6, 10 out of 10, no shenanigans. I love seeing people get upset, says STD. I kind of feel like there's lots of 5s and 6s. I feel like we were at 5 and 6 at the halfway score, and I think we're still there, to be honest. My feeling on it is that there's nothing here that I hate. Nothing here that I hate. Nothing that's blown me away. I kind of feel like this is a very average show, to be honest. There's nothing really to bring the score down, but there's not really anything to take the score up. There's a few matches that were fine, like Jeff Hardy against AJ. They were fine, but they didn't mean anything. Kind of like that main event. It was fine, but it didn't mean anything. Because it's not the end of any kind of feud, is it? And they can tell you it is, but it's not. So nothing's achieved. And in the end, Sheamus got involved anyway, so the whole thing was irrelevant. So that kind of, do you know what I mean? It's a bit frustrating. So there's definitely stuff here that's frustrating. But I feel like this is a better Raw than what we've had recently. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing great about it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's just a very average. Just very average. Nice promo from Edge. That was good. I like Lana winning. That was fun. I suppose in a way I am struggling to tell you all the good stuff. I suppose that's a problem. I'll say it's just below average. Because I can't sit here and tell you loads of good stuff that happened, we'll go 6.25. 6.25 feels fair. There was a lot in the chat, a lot of 5s and 6s. A lot of 5s and 6s. So I'll go 6.25. It's not irrelevant. It's continuing the Sheamus and Drew story. It is irrelevant though, because the Drew Sheamus thing was meant to be a match, and then like that, it's now no longer a match. So what is this story? Like the story is that Sheamus hates Drew. Well, I don't need him to jump in and ruin a main event. So it is irrelevant. The match between Orton and Drew was non-title, and it is irrelevant because they're going to Elimination Chamber anyway. Orton is in Elimination Chamber. Drew is in Elimination Chamber. So he's going to have a shot at the title. This was unfinished business. Unfinished business, right? And you're waiting for Alexa to show, or you're waiting for Fiend to show. You don't get any of that, which is fine, brilliant for me, but you end up getting Sheamus interfering. So, don't forget, they can book anything. They're booking this. They could have booked anything. And I think having Drew and Orton in that main event and having Sheamus get involved was literally to promote Elimination Chamber. It's literally just to build towards Elimination Chamber. And I think there's probably there's probably better ways you could have done it. I mean, first of all, you could have done qualifying matches. Matches that would have actually meant something, whereby the winners actually get to go into Elimination Chamber. So you could have done that. Straight away, you could have had a load of matches tonight that actually meant something. Do you know what I mean? But instead, we didn't get that. Instead, we got this. So I can understand the chat being at 5s and 6s. I can understand it. I can understand the chat wanting better stories, to be quite honest. Stories that seem to matter, that make sense, that they commit to. I mean, look at the Roman story on SmackDown. It's being slowly told. It's being told throughout the show. They're sticking with it. It makes sense. It's good. The details are explained. Over on Raw, they'll make a match the one week and completely change it the next. So that is part of the problem. That is part of the problem. So, yeah, I can understand 5s and 6s. I'll go with 625. I always say average is 6.5. Might be convinced to go to that, but I'm feeling pretty good about 625. 625 says Austin. Was you 625, Austin? I seem to remember you being 6.5. Days, what doesn't make sense is that it's Orton out of nowhere. But they could have just done a Drew promo where he wanted an explanation from Sheamus or something. Look at NXT with the Finn and Kyle stuff. Hey, look, let's be crystal. If there's people out there that enjoyed this show, that's awesome. That's what it's there for. So if you watched it and you enjoyed it, you haven't got to justify it or anything. That's cool. But I can understand why people are giving it 5s and 6s. There's not really anything of significance. There's not really anything here. Right now, there's nothing that I feel that I need to jump onto Twitter and shout about. If someone was to come up to me and go, "Oh, do you watch Raw?" I'd be like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Is it worth watching?" I'd be like, go to SmackDown first. That's what I would say. Go to SmackDown first. Start with SmackDown and get back to me. Let me know how you get on. So, I just think it can be better. It's been better. 10 out of 10 because of Drew. Austin says, Days, change your score to 6.5. I can't, Austin, because you gave 6.25 and I have to be the same as you. AEW has got 12 matches on it tomorrow. Worst Raw in a while, says Tom. Fiend Alexa Randa story is the best. There was no Fiend and Alexa. Well, each to their own, Tom. Each to their own. Only match like Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee was all right. If someone didn't watch this show, they didn't really miss anything, says Jadam. TX based 0.2 says, Days, I banged my head in between my closet door and my bathroom door. That was more enjoyable. Adil says, don't you watch cricket? I watch cricket, yeah. I mean, actually, it started, hasn't it? It's the final day today, England, India. I was watching that earlier, so I do watch cricket. I wouldn't do a watch along for that though, because that's like 7-8 hours, and then I always do streams as well. So streaming cricket, maybe if it was like the World Cup final or something like that, I might be interested in it. But Isman says, what was that ending? This Raw was terrible, says Cam Vlogs. Don't forget Bianca and Asuka. Did Nikki wrestle? She didn't, William. Raw Talk cracks me up. Going Ghost says, what has happened to Raw? The shows used to be better than SmackDown. I feel like the writers on Raw have started to slip. Edge's promo was fire. That was good. That was good. Retribution said, the cricket is on. It is going to be brilliant. Much better than Raw tonight. Lol. Harley said, the first promo was decent. Jeff AJ was decent. Naomi and Baszler was nice. Keith Lee and Riddle was great. Aftermath after match is fantastic. Edge promo was great. Orton Drew was good. Continued the Sheamus story to Mania. We need long builds. Birak says, Days, I'm kind of concerned about Alexa's obsessive fan who's threatening her and her husband. I wouldn't worry about it. I think is a lot of people have seen his comments, and it's completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. So he's been reported. The problem is that, you know, superstars like that have to deal with those kind of fans quite a lot. I mean, there was another one that Alexa was having to deal with just the other week. So unfortunately, this is sadly not a isolated incident. This is something that happens semi-regular. So I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, the guy needs to sort himself out. End it nowadays, says Hype Man. Thanks for the support, Hype Man. Raphael says, I loved Edge and Bianca, but it's kind of sad that a SmackDown star was a bright spot on Raw. Sorry if you've been asked this question, but what's your favourite show, Raw or SmackDown? Nathan does everything. Shout out to you. My favourite show is SmackDown, buddy. Days, do you watch the Stone Cold show? I don't even know what channel it's on, but we don't have it either way. I'm happy I was in the Thunderdome. It was awesome show. Thought I just made the start of the show better than expected being in the Thunderdome for the first time, says Amir. Harley says, I hate that stalker. John says, leave a review on Google. We're not going to do that, John. We're not going to do that. I'll wait for Raw to impress me a little bit more, and then I'll leave a nice review. I don't want to leave a negative review and then it be there forever. Do you know what I mean? The thing with Raw is it's going through a bit of a slump for me at the moment, for some of you as well. And but we've seen loads of great Raws in the past. We wouldn't be watching it if we didn't have faith it was going to improve. So I'm keeping the faith as we're on this road to WrestleMania. Days, do you prefer Raw, NXT, AEW, or SmackDown? SmackDown. SmackDown is, and I'm quite happy to say this, my favourite wrestling show of the week. I think it's better than NXT. I think it's better than AEW. I think it's better than Raw. So I am a SmackDown stan. I love what they're doing. I think their show is very tight. I love Billie Kay. I love her humour. I love the Roman story at the moment. I think that's awesome. I think Bianca Belair is one of the biggest stars in wrestling. I think Sasha Banks is a great champion. I like Bayley. I think she's great as a heel. Daniel Bryan, what is there not to love about him? Seth Rollins is coming back as well. And, you know, if we can move away from the Monday Night Messiah, we would have something interesting there. So I think it's a stacked roster. I think they're telling some good stories. They've got the likes of Cesaro and Nakamura. It's stacked, man. It is stacked. So I am a SmackDown stan. Days, are you excited for Seth's return? Well, I'm not excited at the fact it looks like he's still going to be the Monday Night Messiah. But I am excited to see. I'm always excited for SmackDown. SmackDown's awesome. Harley said, I think it deserves an average. I would give it a 6.5. Second half was great. Also, we got your dream match, the Jax versus Lana table match. I mean, Harley, I respect your points. I really like the fact you enjoyed the show. I think where we disagree is that I want the matches. I understand for you, matches being part of a storyline means that they matter. and that if the matches are good, then they're decent matches. For me, we watch so much wrestling, I kind of need the matches to mean more. I need the matches to matter more. Like AJ versus Jeff, all right, both are in Elimination Chamber, so you can say, well, it's about momentum or something like this. I don't know, but it didn't mean anything to me. If that match hadn't have happened, you wouldn't have missed anything. It's just to kill time. It's just like, right, we've got a segment. We could do a nice AJ Jeff Hardy match and promote Elimination Chamber, but equally, you ain't got to watch that, have you? Do you know what I mean? Just wait for Elimination Chamber. So, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I like the fact you enjoyed it. I like the fact you thought it was a decent show. I totally get where you're coming from. I'll tell you what I'll do. Out of respect for you, Harley, because I always respect people that speak their mind, yeah? I'll go 6.35. I've edged closer. Actually, I think if I was going to go completely in between, I'd be doing a 7.5. How about that? No, I can't even do that because you can't have 2 points. There, how about that? I've gone in the middle. Out of respect for you being honest, and for you, you know, even with everyone saying, I hate this show, you turned around and said, I loved it for this reason, that reason. You gave valid reasons, and I respect that. I respect that. I've upped it for you. There we go. Boom. And on that bombshell, we will end. Friends, thank you so much. I know that this stream just did not get going. Well, it did get going, but not for like 50 minutes. So I really appreciate the fact that people did join us when we finally did get going. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow with a figure stream. Wrestling Escape Pod, NXT and AEW on Wednesday. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday. Maybe a watch long, but I don't know. Friday, obviously, SmackDown. Super looking forward to that. Usman versus Burns, UFC 258 this weekend. NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day on Sunday. I'll have a look at NASCAR. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'll have a look. Because we're already doing how many hours stream? Like, you know, it gets a bit excessive, doesn't it? We're getting to the point where I'll just be doing 24 hours a day, right? So, and I know that's Austin 316's dream, but I'm not sure it's mine. But, yeah, a big shout out to everyone that joined us tonight. Really appreciate the support as always. Have a great evening, wherever you are. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.